you playing in the bathtub with your little doll?
Action figure!
Come on, you can do it. Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel mother.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to another Collectable Past, where we're going to talk about some toys, we're going to have some good old-fashioned fun, and we're going to ignore the drama-full nonsense that you see everywhere else, because it really is quite tiresome. As always, joined by awesome co-hosts up on this stage. Let's go ahead, and we're going to start with Slasher McSplitter.
What's up, guys? Thanks for letting me chill. And forget about the bullshit of life. Another Thursday.
You can forget about your woes. We're right here. Everybody knows your name. And we're also, of course, joined by our other co-host, Vinnieart. What's up, Vinnie? Had a big weekend?
I had a convention that I had done. Got to hang out with some cool people I haven't seen in a number of years, too. A good friend, two good friends that I haven't seen since, like, before the COVID shit. So, it was good. Awesome people, the fans who came out and supported. So thank you if you guys are watching. But yeah, man, looking forward to this. I'm actually I got a pretty big review. I got a couple of shorts, but I got one big review that, it's something I was waiting for a while that I worked on. So
awesome.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it. Always a good time. And let's take a moment before we actually get rolling here and say hello to the people in the chat. First one in, Chaos Hoy. What's up, Chaos? Man, good to see you. Killy Chow also in the house. What's up, Killy? Hey, everybody. Good morning from Hong Kong. What's up, man? Pacific 414. What up, Mike? I hope you're doing well. Stopped in to see Mike a little earlier before the internet started giving me issues again, as always. Guys, remember to go ahead and share the links out there and let everybody know where we're going, because it's always the same game with YouTube and online in general. I am the most hated guinea pig online, and they just like to play the games with me, but we're always here to have fun, and we'd like to share this with everybody else who enjoys this kind of stuff, especially some of the nostalgia stuff that we'd like to get into. And speaking of nostalgia, that is how we're going to kick it off with our good old buddy Indy from the Guinea Pig Collective, bringing us in with Indy's toy history lessons. Guys, I hope that you enjoy this. Here we go.
Welcome back with me, Indy, your professor, on this Indy's Toy History Lessons. So on today's lesson, we will be talking about 1985's Thundercats. Now, the Thundercats line only lasted for 3 years, but it is still one of the most popular toy brands that came out of that era. LJN Toys launched the Thundercats toy line in the spring of 1985, followed by the animated series in September of that year. Both would go on to become extremely massive hits. The premier wave of the Thundercats consisted of 8 figures, along with 3 vehicles and an evil creature, the Astral Monster. LJN had also released a Sword of Omens role-playing weapon. One of the unique features to all the figures is they had what was called the Battle-matic action, meaning there was a little lever on the back, and when you move this lever, their arms or their legs would actually move in an action pose. This is something that a lot of companies wound up incorporating into their figures around this era. So the first wave of figures consisted of most of the main characters that you will remember from the cartoon series. Of course, we have Lion-O, Panthro, Tigra, and Cheetara, along with the evil henchmen of Mumra, Slythe, Monkeyan, and Jackalman. The Astral Moat Monster, the Thunder Tank, the Sky Cutter, the Nose Diver, the Sword of Omens, and Big Wheel Pedal Bike were also released in 1985. Guys, that is all we have for this one with your Professor Indy of the Guinea Pig Collective on this toy history lesson. Thank you for joining me, your Professor Indy, on this toy history lesson.
Yeah, I have them all on DVD as well. I love this cartoon. One of my favorites.
Hey Tommy, do you still have your OG Thundercats, right? Well, some of them at least, right?
My brother actually had them. So he had Lion-O and he had Mumra with Mummut. So that was
do you have any like still?
We have those too sitting in the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you don't have a lot of Thundercats? Oh, I thought you were big into Thundercats.
No, I like Thundercats, but it was one of the ones I didn't have a chance to collect when I was growing up. I enjoyed the cartoon, and I've gone back and when the wife had Hulu, I would go back and watch it on there because they have all the episodes on there. That intro is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, to this day, I think it's one of the best intros.
I would say that's top 4.
Yeah.
I would say the Turtles theme, the Transformers theme, and the G.I. Joe theme. I'd say those are the top 3, and if you could put any one at number 1.
Oh, for sure.
So I guess it would be a 3-way tie with that.
Especially that movie intro.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cobra.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, God.
Dun, dun, dun,
Hold on.
yeah.
I need to go change my shorts.
I'm not going to lie. That opening scene was better than the entire movie.
Yeah, that opening scene, man.
The movie was awesome and all, but that opening scene it's hard to follow up with that.
Right.
Did you collect Thundercats when you were a kid, Vinnie?
Oh, yeah. I had like freaking all of them. Yeah, they were amazing.
I see. Like Tommy, I have less Thundercats than Tommy did because I had 0. Like I didn't collect. I thought the figures were cool in the cartoon, but it was like one of those lines that like I wanted to get but didn't get because I was concentrating on getting other lines. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. It's crazy.
It was kind of like with Dino Riders last week. Like I used to see those on the shelves. I wanted to get them, but I was busy getting other shit. Plus, those were pretty pricey too, from what I remember.
Yeah,
and the pretty pricey back then seems like nothing now, but then again, we're not taking inflation into consideration. Real quick, what's going on? Shifty's in the house.
What's up, Shifty?
What's up, Shifty?
Tree Rock Creation also in. What up, Tree Rock?
What up?
And Soul Assassin also in the house. He did like the 2000 reboot. 2000 reboot was okay. There was a few things I didn't care much about it, but it wasn't bad for what it was.
Yeah, I couldn't get into the reboot. I watched a couple of them. I kind of see where they were going, but there was shit that really bothered me. And I just dropped it.
Could you go to Keely's comment about the NES game, the LJN?
Okay, Keely Chow says if you see an NES game with the LJN logo on it, avoid it like the plague, buyer beware. LJN stands for laughing, joking, none nuts.
LJN does have some god awful NES games, but there are some good ones. There's like, Jaws is a good game. And Friday the 13th gets a lot of flack, but the OG Friday the 13th game is actually a good game. It's just really unfair. It kicks you in the balls every chance it gets, but it's not a bad game. Yeah. And there was also a really good Punisher game by LJN.
I remember
all their other Marvel ones sucked. Oh, they had a god-awful X-Men game.
Shifty had Lion-O, Panthro, Snowman character, and the Thunder Tank. Usually Snarf Eraser for Snarf. Yeah, that was the funny thing about a lot of those characters. So a lot of the smaller ones that you've seen, like Wily Kit, Wily Cat, Snarf, Mummut.
Mumra in his robe form was a small figure, too.
Well, I
never had that one. Yeah, because he came with the playset. You're right.
Yeah.
They originally did offer him, I think, as a mail away. Mm-hmm. And then later on, they incorporated him with the playset. Also, the Burr Bears.
Yeah, I
Or
never
mini
saw
figures.
the robed Mumra in the stores. I saw him, like my friend had it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I didn't even know they made this.
Yeah, I knew there was a relative who had it. This kid, and man, it pissed me off too because he had that whole thing with the play set where you rotate it and like the sarcophagus thing kind of flips, and that's where you could have the other version of it.
Yeah, I didn't see the playset. I just saw the
Yeah.
figure.
Oh, I wanted to just fucking hit the kid in the face and grab him. I wanted to hit the kid in the face for multiple reasons.
I come up behind him with a fucking pipe.
Yeah, he was a few years younger than me anyway, but man, that kid was annoying as shit.
I hear you, Soul Assassin. I wound up with a whole bunch of NES games too. Like I got a giant box.
I
filled
still
with-
have some of my NES games. I sold a couple. I needed a couple bucks, so I ended up selling a couple. Got lowballed, but I needed the money.
Yeah.
I still have some of that. I have a very shitty Wolverine game that was made by LJN. I still got my Mega Man 2 cartridge.
Sweet.
Awesome.
I got a couple of booklets too. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, you had the mail away Road Mummer. Yeah, because they did offer him for a short time as a mail away, and then they put him with the playset, which I think was probably a pretty good idea. But we got a commercial break for a tie-in with Indy's Toy History Lesson. Indy always does an amazing job digging up these old toy franchises and revisiting them. There's nothing wrong with revisiting these things and remember what the good stuff is. And hopefully some of these companies, like a few of them are paying attention and they're revisiting this good stuff. And one of the reasons I decided to do the Thundercats one is not only is Super 7 putting out figures, which some of them are pretty good. And as Vinnie said, the Lino needed some work and they're going to be re-releasing that, Vinnie said as well. And hopefully they improve on all the problems that they had with the first release. But they're also going to be doing a crossover with Mattel with the Thundercats of Grayskull. So interesting stuff that they got going on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, I remember. That's right. I sent you a picture of one of them. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, I'd seen a bunch of them. Like right around the time you sent it, I seen like the whole I guess spoiler of the line that's coming out, and they're pretty interesting. Like they have like Skeletor and Mumra. And so
what
it's
was
one
the
single
combination
character.
that
you just changed the gear.
Do you remember the combination of the picture I sent you? Hold on, I'll go back to our messages.
I think it might have been the Skeletor Mummer one, but I'm unsure because I'd seen a few of them.
I think it was, yeah. Lionel, I think they still need to work on. There's some problems with that.
Oh, it's Battle Cat. That's what it is. It's Battle Cat Man.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring up the picture.
Which is funny because I'm one of the people who didn't like that one, and there's other people who absolutely love that one.
What's
He's
up?
He's kind of cool.
Culture says he needs the original Castle Grayskull. Mine got ganked by a family member. I tell you what, if you get the retro re-release, which I have, that damn thing is a really good re-release of the original one. I think they did it almost spot on. I'm pretty happy with it.
Nice.
I still never knew what happened to the Castle Grayskull I had. And I like this. I kind of like this. It's just kind of weird because he's not really crossed over with another character, though. I think they should have made him crossed over with another character.
Now, are those claws that go on his hands?
Yeah, they look like those. They look like that old Skeletor. That Skeletor that came with the giant digging hand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that vibe. That's for sure. But yeah, I guess because he's a cat, it makes sense. And there were a lot of those kind of humanoid-looking ones with the full cat heads.
Well, you know what? Looking at those claw things, it might not be actually for the hands. It might be for the feet.
They're
pretty large. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out when they finally release it. I hope
is there a
date approved by then.
I know.
Last time I looked, they didn't have a date set yet. But
okay.
But let's go ahead. We're going to get into our commercial break, and then we're going to come back with some more reviews, more toy fun. Here we go.
Sweet.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Have you
His secret power ring, battery not included, make Lionel's eyes light up.
I'm ready.
With Battle-Matic action, you can make them fight with their swords.
The sword is mine, Lion-O. That's what you think, Mumra. Take that.
Thundercats, Mumra and Lionel with light-up eyes. Thundercats. Each sold separately, new from LJN.
Now, back to our program.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, almost forget about that little power pack that Mumra and Lion-O had. They were the only two that had the light up eye feature.
Yep.
Like all the really interesting stuff that they were able to put in the toys back then, it just it kind of blows me away. And you see some of the ones that they're re-releasing, like I said, I love a lot of these retro releases, but some of them are kind of lacking in some of that stuff. Like when they did, and I always go back to the Motu Origins line, which they've done a phenomenal job with. But when you get certain characters like Mechaneck and Ratlore, and they take away the feature action of the neck popping up, and they just give you a secondary replacement head, the pop off the other one and pop that's just cheesy. Give us exactly what we want with the original. And what's going on, Curtis, man? Curtis popped in just in time for the commercial. Always good to see you, Curtis. And yes, Indy is the master Tomb Raider. Absolutely is. Seeing Scramble's Death Dealer in another chat. It's rare to see that in a random chat. Yeah, I miss Scramble, seeing them around as much. And it gets harder and harder as the internet gets worse to prepare for these shows. It just takes so much damn time away from everything else I got to do. But yeah, man, time to get into another toy review. This is one that I picked up a while, and then Sean Estep had sent me this as well, and I was like, it's time to do this review. Once again, thank you, Sean Estep, for sending this figure. We had to break this one up into 4 parts. There's a lot to unpack with this one. You're going to understand why once I show it, because it's not a single figure review. So let's see what everybody thinks about this.
We are back, and we are hanging out with Dark Helmet, the sci-fi and the Transformers pick. What's up, Pickle Ears? Oh, we are hanging out with Helmet, and we're getting ready to look at something that is Transformers related. So from Hasbro, Jurassic Park 30th anniversary, Dilophonicon, and Autobot JP12. Now, I actually did have a version of this one that I got a while ago, and then Sean Estep, thank you, Sean. Sean had sent me one of these as well, so here we go. We got the one that Sean sent me, and we're going to open this up and take a look at it, and we're going to have Helmet, of course, handle that Transformer review, because that's what the Pickles will do. Right, Helmet? Right, Helmet? Are you ready, Helmet? Oh, let's go ahead and let's do this thing. So before we look at the figures, let's look at the waste that is in this oversized packaging from Hasbro. They love to do this shit so they can charge a little bit more because the box is so much larger. Absolutely wasteful, typical from Hasbro. Here we go with the storage locker. This is much like they do with the G.I. Joe Classified line. They have a little cardboard box that they store all your extra pieces in. And a lot of times they have these things in there jammed in a way because they're wrapped in paper and they jam it in the box, and a lot of times this winds up bending all the accessories. I can't tell you how many times I've seen it with some of the other figures where these guns and swords are just bent. And here we go with Dilophonicon right out of the box. Not a whole lot with this figure. It is pretty plain looking. It looks kind of neat. It looks like the dinosaur in the movie, the Dilophosaurus, but the articulation is kind of limited. The way that they have everything on the bottom leg, it just doesn't not a lot of movement. Same thing with the tail. A little bit of movement in the head right here, and of course the mouth opens up. That's pretty neat. The teeny tiny little arms just move up and down. This really is limited in the way of articulation. So here we go with JP12 right out of the box. Yes, this one, both of them actually came in their alternate form, so this is the way we're showing it off first instead of the robot mode. Of course, as always, we will get into that as well, but not a bad looking Jeep, if I do say so. It's pretty decent looking.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Before we continue, I have to say it. Elon, investigate with Doge into Hasbro. Thank you.
Yeah,
a lot of wastefulness.
The fast food wrapper. Shifty says, I love when they wrap the figures up like a burrito. Yeah, the Jeep does look really good. The dinosaur has got some it's got some lack to it. It is what it is. What's going on, Frankie, man? It's like buying a dozen eggs, open the carton, and there's only one egg. Yeah, the mix of Jurassic Park and Transformers. They've done it before. They've done a few other ones. This one was on like a clearance in Ollie's, and I think it was only like $20 for this damn thing. Where they normally,
yeah, they'll do crossovers with anybody. Did they do the Pepsi Optimus Prime?
Oh yeah, back in the G1 one. Yeah, the G1 era they did one. They also did a crossover with, get this. This is Diaclone. That was, well, no, that was much later on. During the Diaclone era, they did a crossover what would become Wheeljack with Marlboro. So they actually Wheeljack.
Wow. Kids, don't forget this. Smoke.
That was
Jazz
funny.
got a crossover, a Cookie Crisp.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, I remember the Cookie Crisp one. Yeah.
Did a Cookie Crisp Optimus Prime?
No, Jazz.
No.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a different one, but yeah. I remember that shit.
From Seinfeld. I seen Shifty was talking about Target. So he said the Target had the blonde-haired Sid Chase on their site. Ordered one, they sent a brown hair. Ordered another with a Dark Knight Returns Robin. Got another brown, and those wise guys sent me an unpainted Robin Chase instead.
Oh shit!
Man. Yeah, you gotta love when you don't get what you order from some of these sites. It just drives you nuts.
That's why ordering is. I'd rather get something in person,
in store. Yeah.
Soul Assassin said, remember having a Titanic Optimus Prime I got from Book Fair. You know what? I just seen something recently where they did a Titanic. It's not Optimus Prime. It's just a random robotic figure, but it actually looked pretty damn neat. The Titanic end of it looked really sharp, and the robot wasn't half bad either. Seriously, if I have the money, I may consider getting that one just to review it. It looks pretty cool.
Wow.
But yeah, the waste in the package drives me nuts with these people, and like the warp guns and everything else. I'm glad with the G.I. Joe classified line they're getting away from that, and they're going back to the plastic clamshells instead of the damn stupid wrapped up shit. Because it's nothing but a damn waste, and everything gets screwed up. And McFarlane isn't too much better with some of this shit, and I'll wind up talking about something about that later.
Yeah,
it can actually be used on water. But yeah, let's get into the second part of this one, and as this unfolds, we'll see. I want to see what your guys' reaction is. I mean, right off the bat, I wasn't overly impressed with the dinosaur. The Jeep looked excellent, but as we get into the review. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So here we go with the second part of this one.
We now return to the Transformers.
And now we're going to take a look at the Lafacon. We're going to check out everything else. As you can see, I put the frills on there. I probably should have put it in dinosaur mode. I will make that up towards the end of the video. But here we go with the Lafacon. The tail pops off, and the tail will actually become his weapon. So there's that little port piece right there on the end of the tail. It flips around, and there's a little gun that he holds. Pretty plain Jane looking, I must say. So now let's check out the Lafacon in a few action poses. There is some articulation. This one is a little bit limited, and I'm going to get into all of that before this review is over. And here we go. The Lafacon can get down into a kneeling position, So there is that. One more pose right here with Dilovicon looking like he's kind of running right there. I know it's not the greatest, but it is the best that we can do with this figure. Now, as far as that articulation, the figure does have a kick up. Yeah, you got to watch those shin pad things, but decent kick up and kick back. Not bad at all. Let's see if this figure can do the Van Dammits, and no, cannot. That's as far as this one goes out. The knee bend is right there, but once again, you got to watch those shin pieces. They become detached. It has a little ball at the bottom of the feet, but there really is not much side to side for this thing, even with a ball in there. It gets decent back and decent forward, but no side to side. That is just, I don't understand that with a ball joint sitting on there. There's no waist turn whatsoever. The head has minimal amount of movement in this one. It is very limited. And once again, the head is on a ball. It just doesn't move. There's too many things in the way. The arms are on balls as well. It keeps detaching and wanting to come forward from the back, but there you go. The arm moves around a little bit, moves out that far, and it has just a little simple turn right there at the elbow since there's no bicep cut, and then a little 90-degree turn at the elbow.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I kind of like them.
I think they could have did much. I think they could have did much better with it. It just seems like overall cheap. It almost seems like a throwback to the old Beast Wars designs, like limited articulation.
I'm not talking about the articulation because that's kind of shit. But I like his look. I kind of like his look.
We know they could do better. That's the fucking problem.
They get lazy though. I mean, it's been a story of Hasbro for a very long time. They wind up taking the easy route instead of actually putting a little bit more time into it.
Yep. I'll tell you right now. Well, packaging is the giveaway. When they do that filler packaging shit, that means the figures aren't worth what the hell is inside of it.
9 times out of 10. Soul Assassin. I have that one in the back. My brother had gifted it to me many years ago, so still have it sealed.
That was a Beast Wars one?
Yeah. Which I didn't really collect them, but I mean, it was Optimus Prime, Megatron, and, it's a freaking bat and a freaking croc. It's pretty damn cool.
It sounds cool.
Okay. Nice.
Surprised it doesn't do the splits. Yeah, especially with the balls. Everything's attached with a ball joint, and they don't move. It's like, ugh.
That sucks.
Very Beast Warsy. Very Beast Warsy. But, yeah, I mean, to me, when I got to this point, it was already starting to look a little down, and I was starting to get disappointed. And then, I'll just let the rest of these speak for themselves. So let's get into part 3 of this one.
Okay.
We now return to the Transformers.
And here we go with JP12, fully transformed in a static pose. Once again, not bad looking. This thing was an absolute pain in the ass to transform, though. Like, holy crap, there are so many different steps for this thing. And once again, some of the ports on this one don't port in very well. There goes some arm movement right there, not a whole lot on a ball. And there we go, it keeps detaching from the shoulder piece. I just don't get it. This was pretty poor engineering. These feel kind of cheap, but it does have a bicep cut, a 90-degree turn at the elbow. It does have hand movement, but the hands are extraordinarily tight on this one. But there is some hand movement there, so there is that. Once again, it's just a lack of engineering on Hasbro's part. They don't think it all out. Little bit of head movement right here, not a whole lot. Once again, just like the last one, can just turn side by side and just look up and down a tiny bit. There's absolutely no waist turn. So let's check out those legs. Kick up, not too bad. Kick back is not bad either. The only thing gets way is the back kiblets. Kicking out, full Van Damme's just about. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Almost makes it. Nope, there it goes. It did make it all the way out. Just had to move some things out of the way. There's no leg cut, but there is a decent knee bend right there. There is a little bit of turn at the ball joint at the top of the leg. It's just not significant. The feet will move down and move up a little bit, and they turn a little bit into the pivot. So you do get a little bit of rock in there. It's not phenomenal. And here we go with JP12 and a little bit of a pose. You can see he's got his little hat on, and he does have his blaster in his hand. So let's take a look at his accessory, the Barbasol thing. You can pull the handle out. It's got that nice clear blue plastic to it. And you can port it onto the end of the gun and kind of make it look like a blast effect, even though it's better suited as a handle for the Barbasol can.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
I think he looked pretty good.
I like that he comes with the Barbasol can.
Yeah, that was cool.
That is something they did with both sets of Jurassic Park figures they've released.
I remember.
Barbasol thing.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah, Curtis says his Jeep is clean looking. Yeah, he does look clean. To be fair, how many of us can go full Van Damme? And not many of us. Especially a lot of us broke down, son of a bitches. There's no way we're getting a Van Damme.
We hurt ourselves just sitting here.
I'm going to die if I even fucking think about it.
I sneeze too loud. I may lose body parts.
I could break my neck opening the newspaper these days.
Have you seen the news? Oh, shit.
But I mean, it's got some decent points. I mean, I think it looks okay. I think it does have, once again, a serious lack of articulation in this thing. And to me, especially with a modern figure, like once you start losing articulation, you're starting to lose points for me, because there's no reason in hell that they couldn't make these things with tons of articulation and movement that we come to expect from them when they're actually on top of things. Unfortunately, you get these people working for these companies. They want the safe and easy route, and they just don't put any goddamn time into it. And that's always a damn shame when they do that.
But do you think that articulation is sacrificed for the sake of the transforming parts?
No. I could definitely see in there where they could have put stuff in. They just chose not to.
Okay.
Oh, what's up, Steeg? I never sneeze when I look back and fart. Well, I mean, that's good advice, Steeg. I don't know what kind of accidents you had, but I'm sure a cleanup crew is going to be needed over there. A cleanup in aisle 5.
Oh, man.
But yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to get final thoughts after I show the last part for these guys. And this is where it has a few pieces in there I think look really nice, and still there's a lot more they could have done with it. But let's get into final thoughts on these two figures in this 2-pack.
We now return to the Transformers.
And here we go, JP12 in a kneeling position. Once again, not great, but he does get down into it. You put the Barbasol hand, and you put the Barbasol in his hand, and I guess it's supposed to work like a mace or something, a clubbing weapon. But look at all the detailing on there, and I know it's kind of hard to focus in on such a small figure, try to get all that detailing. But they do have the Jurassic Park logo on that tiny little helmet of his, an Autobot symbol on the Barbasol. Even the license plate on the front of the Jeep, really difficult to see, but there is a little Jurassic Park symbol and everything on there. Really nicely done. The detailing work on these things are amazing if the engineering doesn't quite meet up to standards. There is also a spitting blast effect you can put on the end of the Dilophocon's tail gun. And here we go with our wrap-up. We got the spitting effect in Dilophocon, and of course we got Autobot JP12 sitting there. While both of these ones look really good, there was a lot of elements that went into aesthetics. A lot of good stuff for the aesthetics. The overall design of these robots, though, is pretty damn weak. These are very poorly engineered. They feel like they're going to break sometimes on transformation, and that is never a good thing when you want to have a good collector's item, especially one that you like and you want to pose and you want to transform it. these are not it. The price for this is really decent at Ollie's at $20, but full price for these, I cannot see it. The absolute best that we can give this set because of all the problems of articulation is a 6 out of 10. Guys, hope that you enjoyed this one. Be sure to let me know what you think.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
And Stig is right. Love is like a fart. If you have to force it, it's probably shit. Yeah, there's certain things like aesthetically that look nice about both of them, but then like you said, there's shit that really pisses me off. Like, can't stand the giant backpack with the
JP12.
Yeah, it's like, come on, you could have engineered that better. Because like front on, he looks good. Like you said, the extras look good. I like the dinosaur when he actually has the effects, like the thing on his neck.
Mm-hmm. The frills,
The frills, yeah. Like there's stuff that kind of works, and then
I thought that I like that. I like the little Velociraptor, whatever those fins are called. I like that.
Oh yeah. I was just saying, like that looked good. Like there's some things they did really good, and then other shit that kind of looks like it's half-assed.
And I don't understand why I couldn't focus in on it, because I've focused in on other figures like with the little detailing and everything, but like that little hat, because these figures are not huge, they're probably like the lower end of the deluxe figure size, so they're pretty small, but that tiny little hat has got a Jurassic Park logo on it. It's got the little dinosaur thing on it, and like that license plate that was on the front of the Jeep, the little freaking Jurassic Park logo on that and on the doors. Like there was a lot of aesthetic detailing that they put into these ones. I just don't understand why they just didn't go the whole 9 with the freaking engineering on these. These could have been absolute knockouts if they would have.
Yeah.
So you said these were on sale for $20. What the hell is the going price? The regular price?
I want to say that these were probably somewhere around the $60 mark.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my, yeah.
That's usually what they charge for 2-pack. So I'm going to give you, for example, the Ratchet and Brawn figure that I that did a review of last week. Was that last week, or was that the week before? When I did that review, those 2 figures in a single box is $59. Even though each individual figure, if you had purchased the earlier versions, were only $25 a piece. Right. Put them in a box together, all of a sudden it's $59. For some reason, the price goes up.
Yeah, all that extra packaging. Yeah, it costs an arm and a leg.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
No problem. Nice. Getting 3 Master Universe figures in the morning. Manny Faces, Ram Man, and She-Ra Origins line, the cartoon versions. Very nice. They're doing good work with those ones.
Yeah, they are.
Mattel is. It looks like Mattel's trying to step it back up again, but I'll tell you what, those last couple Turtles of Grayskull figures, that Skeletor and that Tila, they were piss poor, and they upset me a lot after the other 7 figures that I got that were absolutely just stellar, and then the last 2 are just like bleh, and I'm like, oh
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, $50. Yeah, but Ollie's. You go to like Ollie's and you go to Ross and you get some of these other places. You get really good deals on these things because most people are not paying the full prices for these things in these stores anymore. They're just too much, and Hasbro just still hasn't figured out. Releasing these things at these huge freaking numbers is not going to draw people in. Like when they're re-releasing that Ultra Magnus from the 1986 movie line, instead of bringing that price down, they've already got all the Moltradis. They don't have to do anything. All they're doing is re-releasing it. That's it. Instead of dropping the price down to make it more affordable for more people to be able to collect them, oh no, we're going to jack it right back up to $89 again. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You really did everybody a favor by doing that, you sons of bitches.
Right. Bastards.
Yeah. The corporate VP has to buy his kid 3 tablets for school. These guys, man, I tell you, they make no sense. They will cut their own noses off to spite their face at this point with this shit just to make a few bucks extra. But yeah, like I said, detailing on these things phenomenal. Articulation. Not so much. And you were talking about the backpack on JP12. That was actually one of the points, the hinge point on that thing to be able to transform them. That was one of the weak points that I swear that it felt like that thing was going to snap when I was trying to move it. It was just the way they designed it. Everything's in the way, and it's a really weak point, and it felt like it was going to break. I had to be so careful with that damn thing to move it. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucks.
And 99 cents goes to factory workers. So you're probably not wrong. And get rid of that HasLab shit. It doesn't work, and nobody gets what they want, and they overcharge for that shit because they're charging the same price that they're charging at retail. And you know, retail doesn't pay that price. They get it for a lot cheaper. So now they're charging retail. Then on top of that, they charge you full price for shipping because they're a bunch of greedy son of a bitches, that freaking Hasbro.
Yep.
Absolutely ridiculous. But we are going to take a quick stop right here for another commercial break from Indy with Toys from Bygone Eras, and after that, Vinnie.
Oh no, not Gaylord. No,
you guys can fight it out for whoever wants to go next. And Slasher, I can't say for sure if it's going to be there. I guess you're just going to have to find out.
I am your Professor Indy of the Guinea Pig Collective. Welcome to Toys from Bygone Eras.
Gaylord! Gaylord, you look kinda crazy and move kinda lazy. See what he'll do. Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you.
Gaylord the pup is full of tricks. Watch. Back up, Gaylord. Atta boy. Now climb, Gaylord. Up, up. Now fetch your bone. Got it. Good boy, Gaylord.
Gaylord, you look kinda crazy and move kinda lazy. See what he'll do. Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you.
Gaylord comes with a bone of his own. He's a wonderful toy. He's ideal.
Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you.
And the complete breakfast with
Blueberry.
Huh? Into the waves, Boo.
Frankenberry has strawberry-flavored sweeties.
Count Chocula has chocolate sweeties.
And Blueberry with blueberry-flavored sweeties. And here are the mini monsters. 5 monsters in all. You can trade them with friends and put on a show. 1 mini monster in specially marked boxes of the monster cereals.
Fascination, Renko's fascination, fascination, the race to light the tower. Roll the balls and roll them fast, hurry, hurry, don't be last. Fascination, Renko's fascination, what a fast and fascinating game.
Each player gets 2 completely different mazes. The first one to get through the maze with all 3 balls lights up the tower. It's fast. It's Fascination by Remco.
Remco Coney Island penny machine. Win a prize! Let's go in. Look at the wonderful prizes you can win. I'm going to win a watch for you. The penny in the slot, and look at the prizes go round and round. Bracelets, whistles, harmonica. This lever moves the bucket from side to side. This lever moves the bucket up and down. Here goes. You've almost got the watch. You've got it. Down the chute and out it comes. You just made it. The timer says finish. Kids, this is a toy you've got to have. Remco's Coney Island penny machine. Only $12.98 at your favorite toy store.
Thank you for joining us, and remember, if it's not being done by a pig, it's not worth watching.
Yeah, you can't start off with the Gaylord commercial. I can't. I'm laughing so much I can't concentrate on anything else after that.
Dude, I was dying the whole time. The whole time it's playing, I was laughing hysterically.
That earworm shit. You son of a bitch.
Back up, Gaylord.
I love it. Not Gaylord, poor Slasher.
Right. Well, I'm going to show a couple of shorts here. I mean, just got a few real quick before I do the big one. But it was mentioned before. Shifty Gizm. He said that there's one that he ordered and he got the wrong one. Well, I finally found him in stores, and
oh shit,
he looks fantastic.
Awesome.
One, but here's Psycho Sid. Actually, it looks really good. Like the alternate hands they got in there too. Fantastic likeness. Well, they finally have.
I picked them up today.
His leg is intact.
Yeah, his leg's intact, and he does tower over other figures. Like I was just like kind of line him up with the other figure, like Bret Hart. Yeah, he's a bigger one as well. So they only had one sitting there. I'm like,
did you get him?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome.
I pulled you. He's one of my favorites. I mean, yeah, we laughed at him with his promos, but he was a monster in the ring.
Man, the fans loved him, man.
Oh, man.
Every time he came out, he got a fucking pop, whether he was a villain or a face, you know?
For sure, man. That guy, man, the stature he had, and just seeing him power bomb.
Scary looking motherfucker. Like seeing him as a kid, I'm seeing him on TV. He's all red and fucking. You notice how wet he was?
All the time.
It was like whenever he like moved his head real quick, his jerry curls would start flailing around. It was like the Soul Glow shit from Coming to America.
Dude, hilarious, man. But,
Shifty was paying attention to that one. The blonde one.
Yeah. I had to, man. Like I said, he's on my top 10 for sure. Yes, Sid's fantastic. So, yeah, man. Rest in peace, brother.
And he comes with the Winged Eagle belt. Awesome.
Yep, that's another reason. I'm like, that thing looks so good on him. So yeah, I did it. Again, I wasn't gonna get anything. I told Tommy still like I went to 3 different stores today. I'm like, nah, I passed on a bunch of things that I wanted, and I saw him. I'm like, I have to just out of respect to him.
The brown-haired one is the Chase figure, or the blonde-haired one is the Chase figure?
I think Shifty said the blonde hair. I didn't know there were 2 versions because I've never seen.
Oh, that the blonde one would be a Chase version.
Yeah, I don't know. But this is the first time I've ever seen him in stores, and I wasn't gonna sleep on it. We know how that store usually goes, right?
Yeah.
So,
yep.
But yeah, happy.
You miss out on it. You never see it again.
Yep, I learned that with that fucking Sandman figure.
Yep.
I slept on it and it was gone.
I know. And that's why
Shifty said he pulled the trigger on Dusty last week, and he said, yes, the blonde is the Chase.
That's stupid.
Oh, okay. That is fucking weird.
I don't remember him with brown hair until like when he was in WCW, like early days WCW, he had brown hair. For the rest of his career, I remember him with fucking blonde hair.
Blonde. Yeah. These are the blonde white hair.
But like a poodle's ass.
Yeah, it was a cool surprise. Again, it's one of those things too, man. You know, when it's a legend like that, and especially that he passed away in August. You know, it's still heartbreaking, man. But he was a good dude too. They said he was an awesome family man. When you hear all the awesome things about him, it makes their legacy even better.
I got to see him when he was making his indie comeback for a short bit. Yeah, guess who he had a match with that I saw? Eddie Kingston.
Oh,
he had a legit. It was like a 10-second match with Eddie Kingston.
Wow.
Eddie Kingston came out and he was talking shit on the mic for like 5 full minutes, and then Sid came out. The bell rang, choke slam, powerbomb. The match is over.
Awesome. That's hilarious. Well deserved.
But Eddie Kingston, he may be crap in AEW, but like he like my friend met him at that show and he was chatting him up. He seemed like a nice guy.
Well, that's good at least. Yeah, when they're good with fans, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a huge plus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this one of the covers? Is this a cover?
Yeah, one of those McFarlane ones. Yeah, I saw this one in Walmart today.
Awesome. This is awesome.
Yeah.
And Jack Kirby Thor. Not bad.
And like that kind of, thick Sharpie marker lines. On this one, it makes more sense.
It doesn't look bad on this one, yeah.
Yeah, because it's got the Kirby style, so I was okay with that.
Here's it.
Hey, I'm going to show you something about this guy later.
Oh, okay. Nice. I just saw him in the store. I'm like, let me film this.
Interesting how they're doing these like face plates.
I remember you
now.
said that you like the way it looks.
I've seen it on the Huntress as well. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, did they have the chase of him there? Did they have the chase?
Oh, what was the chase?
He's blue face.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, his face is like baby blue.
Okay.
Like he's fucking freezing. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They have that in my store.
I like that they have like that kind of face plate that you swap out now.
Yep, instead of taking the head off, yeah.
Yeah, like it works or something like that. So again, pretty cool. I did
cool.
like how he looked, and this thing just it worked. It looked really nice.
Yep, that's why sometimes they make it look awesome. Sometimes it's absolute dog shit.
Yep, like Kirby style, yes. Anyone else's style, no. That's my opinion, at least with those thick black lines.
Well, those Ninja Turtles ones I showed, the last ones, the Eastman and Laird ones, they have those lines, but they're not so like prominent. They're not huge. They're like very thin, short, like short.
Well, yeah,
lines.
they did those right. They made it look like the cell shading from the comic book, and they didn't overdo it.
Yep, the fact that it's not overdone was what made it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the problem with McFarlane. They're trying to cover up probably some of the bad stuff that they did on it, so they just color it in with black. They're like, yeah, this will hide all our mistakes.
I hate that they try to do this the what is it shells the cell shading kind of thing. It's just I don't know who came up with that idea of doing it, but it was an epic fail in my opinion.
It doesn't always work, but when they get it good, it does look great. It does look all right.
As speaking of right, I might as well just here's my last thing. But this is the full video, so this thing ordered it in October, I think I want to say. So true to his word, he was going to start shipping them out around Christmas time, and there were a number of people who got them for Christmas. I just got mine when I was at the convention. Here is the medieval Spawn from the Kickstarter. Again, I backed this thing because my work is on it, and it hurt. Not so much originally because the thing is, it was I think $55 or something. The problem was the shipping. Because I'll say one thing, the value is here. It definitely is. After opening it and going through all the items and stuff, it's that they FedExed all the things. You had no option. There was no cheaper option. So that's why it jumped up to like $80 or whatever.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And that's what pissed me off. Because in this climate too, that's what you do to fans? Come on. But I will give him this, man. This is a very nice figure.
It looks nice.
Right here. There's my shield.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Congrats, Vinnie. Well, kind of congrats, I guess.
I mean, people go, did you get paid for it? Yeah, I got paid for it back when I worked for him. But it stayed on file.
You're not seeing royalties here.
Exactly. Right? They don't do royalties in a place like that. But so again, the box itself, very nicely done. I like that metallic looking.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they did a very nice job with that. Super clean. Yeah, and this thing is massively detailed. They really did go above and beyond. It's probably one of his best figures he's ever made. I'll just go out on a limb and say that. For the detailing and the sculpting alone, it does have some issues, and I'll go over it. But again, all the little extra stuff they put on here, that's what saved it from getting a slightly lower score, but it's still a very high score on this thing because, you'll see all the shit that he comes with. And I said it during the review as well. People thought like all this extra stuff there were stretch goals. No, they weren't. They were not stretch goals. They were always intended to be with the figure. He later started making these videos. Oh yeah, we hit the next stretch goal, so I'll throw in a pair of hands and that. It was always supposed to be there. It's like they don't understand how crowdfunding works, especially when they're multimillionaires like Todd. The way that this goes, I mean, we're never going to see something like this in stores. We won't, because there's too much that they put into it. And again, had he not done the thing with the shipping, I think he would have sold even more of these. The higher price scared away so many people. I almost didn't get it, but. Again, I'm like, no, this is one of the last things I did for him, so yeah, I'm doing it. I was very impressed with this thing. I wanted to give you a quick look at him before I start breaking it all down. But like all the little details that they put all over, like the edges of the cape, like it's sick. The sculpt work on this thing is it's masterful. Whoever did this was not outsourced. They actually got a real sculptor to do it. Because it's too much going on in here. you know. But it is real nice.
I have the original medieval Spawn figure, and as awesome as it is, it's not like that was also in 1994, so there's not all this detail on it.
Oh yeah. I remember that one too. I had them all. You know, again, I was a huge fan of Todd when I was growing up. But yeah, look at how nice this came out.
Awesome.
Every bit of detailing. The only thing that was different is this big skull. I had a demon head instead, but I didn't leave that on file for them. I did a couple different versions, so I left one there, and so
dangerously close to a Punisher skull.
Yeah, I'd say so. But again, the skull wasn't me. The rest of it was. But oh my God, yeah, it's just I was so happy to see that.
I know it's supposed to be the skull that's on his belt, but it's very Punisher looking right now, there.
Yeah, because all these things too, all like the original line, we were supposed to do it years ago. He wanted to break down each of them and be more articulated, but Todd was a bit of a dick when it came to articulation back then. He didn't want certain figures to have certain joints and cuts and everything. But now, because everyone, every company stepped it up, now he's okay with it, which is weird.
Well, yeah, because it's become standard throughout most of the freaking the toy making universe. So I mean, if you're going to sit there and try to still put out the same shit you've been putting out since the 90s, you're going to fall way behind.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. But like again, like this, that
the Sparta helmet.
Yep, the kind of Roman guard helmet.
So it's a changeable head. It's a changeable head, right?
Oh, he's got multiple ones. So it's that one. He has like the burnt faces.
Hamburger head. The hamburger head.
Yeah, one that's screaming, one that's closed. But yeah, like I said, I'll break it down a little bit more for you guys. But again, I love that there's a magnet too. So there's the straps and the magnet.
You said you did the axe too? You did the shield and the axe?
I can't remember if I did the axe. The shield, I know 100%. That specific design because I was using it in something else.
Oh, that mace at the end is dope.
Yeah, and that comes off too, so you could slide,
Cool.
into the hand and everything. There's the alternate hands he comes with. So pretty neat that they even did that. These are cool too. Also magnetic. So if you want to swap out his
that's cool.
kind of the bracers for the forearms, they give you a couple different ones.
Oh, that's a cool idea to avoid breaking off a little peg in the figure.
Absolutely. Here's one of the other alternate heads, and it opens up. It was a little hard to do through the viewfinder, but yeah, there you go.
It opens up for hamburger head. That's cool.
Yeah, like I said, they did a really nice job with that. And again, the paint looks real good. Yeah, it's on the darker side, but it's okay. Still looks great. So yeah, the other.
Damn, he came with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's like 20 different pieces. So yeah, there's the hamburger head screaming. Although the hamburger heads look real small when you put it on the body, but there's a reason why they did it too. So this one in particular, he has a soft goods kind of so it's a softer helmet, and that slides on. And when you do put it on, it does look proportioned. It does look really good. Here's a different
chest plate.
Yeah, the chest plates, and they even give you the old school the Spawn logos that are supposed to like put for the lapels like
yeah.
So that was pretty cool
for the cape.
It goes so it does go, the cape does come off. I did it afterwards because I was kind of running out of time, but it does come off, and that's why the pegs are extra long, so it goes through the holes for the cape and into the chest, and it kind of conceals it all, so you don't really see the holes. This one looks beautiful as well. Very nicely done.
Oh, also with the mace.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool. That's a mace with the Spawn logo on it. I like that.
Yeah. This kind of little cleaver sword thing. That looks really good too.
Yeah, this thing is badass. I like this whole fucking thing.
There are so many skulls on this.
Oh
piece.
Shit! He comes with an actual mace.
Yep. Dude, I'm telling you, and
the fucking flail.
The
flail,
whatever.
Awesome.
Dude, they did a killer job with this. The paint application, and then they gave you like the old school.
The old school box, yeah.
But
those are the same stickers on the old school ones too.
Yeah, but the really cool thing is you could open it and you could reseal it. So there's
He comes
a
with the
difference.
comic too.
It's not the comic. McFarlane redid the cover.
Okay.
Yeah, so he sort of did his more modern version, but I think he had to because the lawsuit with Neil Gaiman.
Oh.
Now, for those who aren't aware, Neil Gaiman had sued Todd because he co-created Medieval Spawn, he co-created Angela and
I didn't know that.
Cagliostro, and so apparently, because this is Spawn, Todd was able to retain the rights for Medieval Spawn, lost the Angela rights, which Neil Gaiman ended up selling to Marvel. And she was in Guardians of the Galaxy comic books. Don't know what they're doing with her now. And Cog, I have no idea what they're doing with Cagliostro, if that is also Gaiman's or if Todd won. I don't know with that character, but these other two, I know the situation. Because Todd tried to screw over Gaiman by doing a Miracle Man statue without his permission. And he got real pissed. And, well, we know what kind of weirdo Neil Gaiman is. But like I said, they both have their problems, but I think Neil Gaiman's way worse, especially what he has done to
the thing come to light recently.
Woo! Yeah, really, really. Yeah, I heard more details recently at the convention. I was like, Jesus, these people should be locked up. That's all I'm going to say. But inside here is not the comic book, but they do have a couple of pages from it where you see.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, there's like a.
I still have the comic that came with mine. I just came across it the other day.
That's probably still worth something.
I completely forgot I had it.
Yeah, because wasn't that a reprint of?
Yeah, it was a reprint of the issue that introduced Angela. And I'm pretty sure it was the issue that introduced Angela.
Yep, I can't remember if I still have that book or not. I got rid of most of my Spawn collection, but I might still have that one. I know I have the first one signed by him, but that 9, I don't know if I do. But anyway,
real quick, I seen Tony had popped into the chat. What's going on, Tony?
What's up, Tony?
Good to see you. And we also got Time Prophet in the chat as well. What's up, Time Prophet?
What's up, buddy?
And Soul Assassin says Vinny's going to use that Spawn figure as an icebreaker to beat chicks. I drew that shit. Kind of a big deal, you know.
What do you mean, kinda? No, I'm kidding.
What up,
Cot?
What's up, man? How we doing? But for anyone else, if you're interested, the inside of that comic book is just like pinups from all different, people have done them over the years. But that cover is super sloppy looking. Like the lines and everything is all janky and weird. I don't know, Todd. Just hire me already, a bum.
Yeah, it was the same cover on the OG Medieval Spawn, but it was black instead of green.
Yeah, he redrew it to try to match closer to this armor, and you could tell that he just did a slop job. But anyway, here's your standard sword that comes with him in that main package with his other shield. But still very beautiful. I mean, the detail.
Every weapon has a little mace at the end of it.
Yep. And the paint application, he coughed up some money and put paint on these damn things.
Yeah, that shit looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. Also with the magnet and the straps. So 2 points on the straps, they kind of lift. So you can kind of throw it over the forearm and then pin them back in, which is pretty good. Yeah, these are the other 2 bracers that he has for the forearms, which are pretty cool, and those are also magnetic. But like I said, I'm trying to capture the detail. There's so much on this, and I do like that you could swap them. So if you want that left bracer on the right arm, you could do that. It's all cross compatible. The shoulders, that's the only main problem with it, and specifically the left one, and I'll show it in a minute. But yeah, oh my God, dude, the level of detailing and the paint applications, you just drool over it. So excellent stuff right here. Again, I am happy I picked this up. I would have probably kicked myself in the ass that I didn't. But yeah, happy that I did it because this thing is really, really good. Ball joint is excellent on that head. There you go, right there. See, so the shoulder pad. There's like this, that his regular cup action that he has in most of his figures. That kind of. It's not a butterfly joint. It's like a ball and socket cup thing. Well, this one has like a little post sticking out of the top of it. And there's like a little ball joint in there. So it could kind of pivot. You could kind of hide the joint. But the thing is, that hole is too wide and it's not as secure as it should be. So the ball and socket it just pops out. So just be careful if you have it, and you do want to open these up. Yeah, just kind of get them in the pose you want, and then pop that in. You might have to push it a little further, but mine's pretty secure now. But yeah, out of the box, it was kind of falling out. And like I said, the forearm pieces, you could take those off. You have to take them off anyway if you want to put a shield on whichever arm. Again, also cross compatible. You could put them left or right, however you want to do it. Pretty good range of motion in the abdomen, considering he's got all the armor. The right shoulder pad was pretty good. Didn't fall off at all. He did have a slight problem. So I don't show it on camera, but where the joint is, where the bicep is, it dislocated. I thought it snapped, and I was getting very pissed, but you just pop it back in. It's just the mushroom peg at the end wasn't big enough. So while you're posing him, if you're a little too rough or if something gets a little stuck and you try to move it, it might come off. If anyone else has this thing, just please leave a comment and let me know if yours has done the same. But it is okay. I mean, it still holds. It's great. You could rotate it. There's no issues. But it was weird that it even popped out like that. But yeah, with the double jointed elbows, yeah, he could even make it look. You can make it look like he's about to take his mask off, or So that's pretty good. Some swivel at the top, not too much, but he does have double jointed knees, which is great. Yeah, he does have the hinge and swivel with the toe articulation for both feet, so that's pretty good too. Yeah, like I said, this was very impressive, and yeah, overall, yeah, I had to show it with with my shield on him, and yeah, that looks too badass. Really, really nice. I was like, even looking at it now, I'm like, oh, was there anything else I would add to it or touch it up? No. This thing is beautiful. It's really good. I think Todd, especially for that extra price, he should have had a soft goods cape as well that you could put on him, since the cape is removable. I was kind of uncertain until I got towards the end of the review, and I was like, oh shit, like I didn't have a chance to film that part, but I might do a short to show you guys how I take off like the chest plate. And
well, I mean, if this is a premium figure, it should have all the bells and whistles on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason that they shouldn't, because there's plenty of companies that are doing far better than that at a much cheaper freaking level. So there's no reason for somebody who's been in business as long as he has to offer a premium figure like this that he shouldn't go all the way.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing I said too when I first saw this thing. I'm like, what is he doing running another Kickstarter? The guy's worth over $500 million. No exaggeration. He's worth that much. And they keep trying to pass off like, he's an indie guy. He's a little guy. No, he's not. He is not independent. He is corporate as all hell. His licensing agreement and what he has with DC shot him to the next level. Like, this guy is massive. So anyone who says otherwise, they're retarded or just, marks at that point. But, yeah. And I will say that with everything he comes with, it is massively impressive. That is the one thing he'd be lacking is a soft goods cape. Everything else, like, I can't really think of another thing to throw with him. Well, put on this aside from that. And had this just been like the $50-something and maybe an extra 10 whatever for shipping, or 15 at most, I could see it. I could see the value all the way. Having that extra added price because he went FedEx with it, that was very, very scummy. That was super scummy, because it shot this figure up to be way too expensive, on that level alone. Because like Tommy's saying, we have like Mezco figures, we have stuff like that is about what, 100-ish to 120, and they come with a ton of stuff. They come with soft good capes. They have a special box. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Tommy is right on that regard for sure. But like I said, for everything he put into this is probably hands down the best figure he's ever released, I think, to date. So, and it is saying a lot.
Just the magnetic connection is such a cool idea.
It is. It really is. I'm very surprised that he did it. I wonder who talked him into it, because it's not something that he would normally do, and you won't see it on.
It's not common, right? That's not common.
Not with his line of figures. You know, because I know he's inching shit up. He keeps doing these collector's editions, so it's an excuse to have a higher price, and it's just a slightly bigger box with maybe a couple more accessories, like in his DC shit. So I don't know. It's like, come on.
It's awesome though.
Yeah,
but fucking amazing.
Yeah, he had nice poses out of this guy too. He does come with a little base as well. It's bigger than his regular circle bases, but still really nice. And yeah, I was kind of showing the different alternate heads and stuff. You know, he could get on one knee. He could do the pose that we kind of judge figures by. Could they get on one knee and look cool?
Yeah, that's always what I like, especially the wrestling figures.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you got a Undertaker, you want him on that knee so you can do that hand thing.
Well, I mean, that's one of the things that I judge a lot of these figures by. I mean, can they get down in those kneeling positions and you know, because there's a lot of different poses you want to be able to get a lot of these figures in. And if it can't get the full range of movement, to me, that's just a miss. And what's going on, Darren? Good to see you.
What's up, man? Great seeing you. But, yeah, man, it's just, they did a damn good job. You know, because there were two versions as well. The blue one and the black. I got the black, so I don't know. I think with the blue, it looked too busy. But, yeah, the black, red, and silver with gold and, yeah, the little highlights with the green and stuff. Yeah, it looks damn good. But yeah, awesome helmet, awesome designs. Like every look that he has, it works really well. Like I said, it looks almost like like a different figure with the head swaps.
Well, unlike some of his other figures, it did look like he went full with the aesthetics as far as coloring and shading and everything on that one. I mean, that looks phenomenal.
Yeah, the black wash. Again, you can see it in the axe, like all over the place. So, yeah, this figure is really, really nice. But yeah, so I set him up with the Conan.
There you go. It's nice with that.
For the 300 chick. Oh yeah, they go together like a dream.
What's that Conan from? Who makes that?
That was Todd. It was that.
Oh, is that a back in the day Conan?
Yep, I think he's
shit.
Close to 25 years old, something like that. 20 to 25 years old. Yeah.
The Conan figure I had from that time when he was putting out the Conan figures, he didn't have the throne. He had like a stand.
Yeah.
And he was kind of in this weird fixed pose with his legs.
Yeah. He released, I think, two or three different waves of Conan, and this was the box set in one of those waves. So
awesome.
It was around that time, and yeah, I know it's going for a pretty penny now, but I don't have the box anymore. When I got them, again, this is way back when, so the box was big, so I'd gotten rid of it. I wasn't, again, you don't have the space, right? You know?
Yeah.
It gets tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, these look beautiful together. You know, I don't even need her there, but I mean, always having.
Wow, she goes good with the set.
Yeah, and the height and everything works. So yeah, it looked good. So, but yeah, giving people different options on what you can kind of do. So if anyone does have that Conan and they did pick up Spawn, you know, dig them out and set them up, because I think you're going to be happy that you did, because they look awesome together like that. You know, kind of have that look like you just got up. And he's like, "Hold my shield, bitch! I gotta go kill something."
Who has the rights to Conan for comics now?
Titan.
It's not ID. Oh, it's not IDW.
No, it's Titan, and they did an amazing job. I was picking up the first bunch of them because the artist looks like a John Buscema version. Oh my god, yeah, the guy's work is like jaw dropping.
I was gonna say, like, did they ever do a Spawn and Conan crossover?
That I don't think so. But yeah, he gets a 9.2 out of 10. Again, because the price, I had to take at least a half a point out because of that, because we didn't have an option for shipping prices. And trust me, I did not want to spend that extra money for that. But for the value that's here for what he's supposed to go for, around 50-something bucks, yes, I could see that for sure. And yeah, that was good. The little issues I had was, again, that left shoulder pad and that arm, I had to pop it back in. Yeah, that alone, like, you should, for this premium quality, like Tommy was saying, there's no excuse for that. But despite those kind of little shortcomings or little issues I had, again, he gets a massively high score, especially for a McFarlane figure. Yeah, this thing was beautiful, really, really killer. So I want to make sure I got a couple of cool shots for you guys too. And
How long ago did you order them?
I think it was October.
How soon ago? How soon did you get them?
He came last week.
Okay.
But the thing was, and Todd did say it, these were in production already because he wanted to kind of get a jump on everyone and to get these things out. There were people who got this figure around Christmas time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I gotta say, yeah, that's impressive. It's not easy to do to get that type of shit out. But again, he's a major corporation, so yeah, did a very nice job. Very, very nice job. Am I going to back any more Kickstarters from him? Nope. Am I still happy I got this? Yes. Very.
Unless he does, another project with your work involved, I guess, right?
Yeah, that would be the only... All right. You're right. Yeah, if there's still something that he has on file that they released that's mine stuff, that's the only way I would pick these up again. But, yeah, no. If he puts them in stores... Yeah, that'd be awesome, but this is not going in stores. This is it, So whoever ordered them...
That sucks, because if my store had this, I would pick them up.
Yeah. Well, maybe... I think some comic shops, they did. But they're probably going to charge an arm and a leg for sure. He's going to clearly be over $100, probably $150.
In stores?
Well, if a comic shop, if they ordered them from Kickstarter, they're going to at least double the price for sure. Yeah, but either way, like I said, that was really awesome, and those were my figures for the week.
Hey man, as long as you're happy with it, I mean that's really all that matters in the end. What's going on, Draven?
What up, Draven?
But like I said, I am happy with it. This did impress me. I was shocked.
Oh, always DTF, man. What's going on? Hey guys, long time no see. Been doing some stuff and messed up my sleep schedule, dude. I am there every other week.
Yeah, right? Dude, my neck was so screwed up for a week straight. I couldn't turn left or right. Tommy and I were... Hey,
Michael, it's okay. We know about your neck.
Yeah, the Keaton neck. The 1989 Batman Keaton neck. But always DTF. Always great to see you, buddy. Yeah, you just missed it. I had a full review on the medieval Spawn figure from Kickstarter that actually has my shield design. So, that was pretty cool.
How much of your work you got laying around that place for them to just use any old time they want?
Well, again, we had a lot of files on because we were gonna do the original wave of figures like 20 years ago, and he ended up doing them kind of sporadically, but they were still like fixed statues, and he decided to pull the trigger on doing Kickstarters of here's the anniversary versions of the figures, but super articulated. But yeah. So that's what it was. So basically in that file, because I had done, again we did all the original ones. I'd drawn Tremor, Redeemer, the Cursed Guy, Medieval Spawn, regular Spawn,
Overkill.
You know how many freaking spawns I did? That's why I didn't want to draw them anymore. I only started drawing them again during that stupid contest, and again recently more people wanted to see how I do them. And I mean, he's still fun to draw. It's just at the time I didn't want to draw him anymore after as many times that I did all those things. Because I did like the anniversary one, the image anniversary, where he's the first time we did multiple articulation and he was on the cross and he had the real chains. Like it was pretty impressive for back then. Who was the other ones? I did that medieval. I'm sorry, not medieval. The Dark Age Spawn. That was one of my favorites, but I think this guy takes the cake. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I've done so many of these characters. I'm all spawned out.
Darren, like my father before me, the prices in the UK are much higher. You can expect to pay an extra 25 to 30% on hot toy figures.
Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Time profit. It is possible with some boxes, but there's a lot of them. The way that they make them, they're actually glued together. So if you break them down, you're actually destroying the boxes. And
or if you get some of like the deluxe figures, the boxes have that plastic window that you'll ruin if you break it up and fold them.
Well, plus that they have the plastic clam insert in a lot of them, and there's no way to break that down, so there's no point in even breaking it down unless you're just throwing the box out at that point. Always DTF, pour that from the cough that I got after getting over the flu. Been nearly a month, and damn thing won't go away, man. The advice I was given for the cough that won't go away is to take fenugreek. Our friend Doc at Dig Outlaw suggested that, and that worked like a charm for me. So
nice.
Maybe that's something to look into.
Yeah.
Soul Assassin. I remember seeing a fan comic for a Spartan Spawn on Facebook. Don't know what happened to it.
Huh.
Damn, 1/6 scale Iron Man costing about $600. Yikes.
Yeah. Well, I know they have all the die-cast parts on those now. They keep re-releasing them with more metal.
Draven says he loved Spawn back in the day around issue 16 through 19-ish.
Yep. Those are the Capullo ones.
Yeah, I think I have like 1 to like 15 or 16, I think.
Yeah, dude, I had 1 to 100.
Oh shit!
And then I sold into a comic shop. I kept issue 1 signed by Todd, and I think I have the Angela one. I don't recall if I still do. But yeah, because I always like that character, and I'm like, yeah, she's probably gonna. Someone's gonna do something with it, and I was right. He ended up selling it. Well, Neil Gaiman sold it to Marvel.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Slasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're up.
I got you. So I picked up a couple of some old school Marvel Toy Biz from the $5 bin in one of my local stores.
Cool.
And I came across this guy, Adam's father.
Oh shit!
Cyclops' father from the X-Men, Corsair.
That was
he ain't got any of his, like, he's only got this thing, but hey, I picked him up from the $5 bin, so I ain't gonna complain.
Yeah.
He looks cool, you know?
Yeah,
he's got his Tom Selleck mustache going. And so yesterday, me and Tommy were talking, and he said he came across his old school Toy Biz collector case, and he found Thor's hammer, but he couldn't find Thor. Mm-hmm. So I picked him up Thor today. The old school Thor. Man. With the arm.
Yeah.
The only weak thing about this Thor figure was that he came just like this. No fucking cape.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? I'll never understand.
Yeah, it's stupid when they do that.
But, you know, other than that, it's cool for the early Toy Biz figures, you know?
Yeah, I think so.
And the action still works.
Yep.
$5.
Yep.
Not bad.
Pretty cool.
And so all the wrestling figures I've been picking up. Eventually I want to get a ring to set them all up in. I don't know where the hell I'll be able to find one for, you know, not $100 or whatever, but so I've been picking up what happened?
They're all going for big money?
I don't know. I'm just like saying, like seeing what the prices of just the regular figures are. I'd imagine that the rings are probably pricey, you know?
Yeah.
Like I would even get a fucking AEW ring for these figures if I had to.
Yeah, didn't I thought Pete did that?
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. So I've been getting like all the figures I'm getting a dude. So when I set him up in the ring, you gotta, you know, it's not gonna be a sausage party. I gotta get some fucking fish to go with all the fucking sausage. Right?
That's right.
So I gotta, Stephanie McMahon figure.
Yeah, I gotta tell you a story off air.
Yeah, about what, this figure, or about Stephanie McMahon?
About some stuff, yeah. Wrestling stories that I heard from my.
I got you. So. Yeah, I also want to collect these titles too for these figures. So
yeah,
that was part of the reason why I got. She came with a T-shirt, but I'm like, nah, you got to show off the titties.
Of course, dude, she paid a lot of money for those.
This is before she. This is when she was the women's champion, so it's before she got the big old titties. So they're not that large.
Yeah,
they're not that large compared to this other figure I'm gonna fucking show.
Okay,
but this is a Mattel one, and this one has to be a Jakks Pacific one. It's like with the Jakks Pacific ones, you could tell that it's Jakks.
They always
Pacific.
had the melty faces,
and like really disproportioned like body parts. Because, all right, so I picked up this Trish Stratus figure. You know, they got the titties correct. They got the titties correct. What they did was her legs are not that long. Yeah, her legs are not that long. So she's, when you say, I see, considering that this is an older Jack-specific figure and this is a newer Mattel figure, when you set them up next to each other, Trish Stratus, I guess it's also because of the fucking cowboy hat. She's way taller than the Stephanie McMahon figure, which is the complete opposite because Stephanie McMahon towered over her in real life. But the face didn't look so bad, I don't think. What the thing is, when you take the hat off, she's got this oblong fucking head. You see?
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to fill in that.
Because they wanted to, and they wanted to fit the hat on. Yeah, so it's best to keep her with the hat on. Otherwise, she looks like the fucking leader from the Hulk. But this is going back to what you were talking about, whether you can put them on one knee or not. I like to get her like height wise proportion. If I want to stand her by the rest of my wrestling figures, I got to try to put her down like crouching on like one knee.
I know, she's short. We should like 5'2".
Something like 5'4" or 5'5" maybe. Yeah. But like the feet won't go back to have like, you got to have like something leaning up against it.
Right.
But you know,
we all want her on her knees. I know.
They got the titties correct though. Look at them shits.
Yeah, they did. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Soul Assassin says Slasher is the bitty whisperer. He'll judge your fingers' boobs, yay or nay. And Draven said that she has a 5 head.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can fucking. She dreams in IMAX.
Yeah, she had Helen Hunt's forehead.
And boom, I picked this up yesterday. Yep, I had to get him. Is my camera? My camera's backwards. I didn't even realize that.
Is it? I can read it fine. It says McFarlane.
Yeah. The DC isn't backwards. Here, let me check on YouTube and see how it's coming across.
Yeah. On StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, on StreamYard, I'm seeing it backwards. It says CD.
Okay.
But yeah, this figure is awesome. And they have the chase there, too, with the blue skin. Now,
how much is that one?
It's $40.
Okay.
Now, am I going to be financially irresponsible next week and get that chase Captain Cold if it's still there? Find out our collectible past next week.
Oh, shit.
But they look awesome. And they had 2 Guy Gardners there. They had him in the Green Lantern costume, and they had him in after the whole Green Lantern thing was over, and then Kyle Rayner was the only Green Lantern when Guy Gardner was wearing like that blue suit with the G on it, and he had a Sinestro ring. They had the chase of that. Okay. So I think I'll pick up at least that Green Lantern one.
Okay.
And not a toy, but I wanted to get this because I'm loving getting these reprints with the foil covers, man.
Yeah, I like that they're doing those.
The first appearance of the Punisher. I never even had a friggin' reprint of this, so I saw it. I was like, I think I should get this.
Yeah.
But I love that they're doing that shit. It's fucking
that is awesome.
And it's cool too because when you flip through these, they have all the old ads in them too. Yeah, they have the original ads and shit in there.
They do. It's better paper, better quality.
And the fan letters in the back.
Soul Assassin, you're not lying. They mail those things out. It's going to be a party at Slashers. There's going to be all kinds of figures coming up, brand new reviews on Collectable Past. People, stay tuned to the party. We'll be broke within a week.
Oh shit!
I'll finally have my dream of getting a complete USS original flag. I'll have to install a bathtub in my bedroom to put that shit in.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Was it worth it? Yeah.
Yes, it was. Now bury me with all my plastic fucking junk.
I will die in this plastic kingdom. Oh man, guys, about to unleash a new segment that I just threw together. I always talk about have to prepare for this show like 3 days in advance. This week, because I knew Vinnie was at the con and I didn't know if he was going to be able to really film much, I'd actually started preparing almost 5 days in advance for this one.
Wow!
It was still uploading until about 5 p.m. today. So, CenturyLink, with all the problems I'm having tonight with the the robotic. I want to thank you. Very little, no good. No, I'm not even going to get into it. I want to have fun. So, guys,
as soon as you were saying roboting, you started roboting like crazy. It was fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's like you did it on cue.
I've been hearing on my end.
I think you did it on cue.
But here we go with the new segment, and guys, I hope you enjoy this.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Here we go. We're going to do a quick toy show off this time. It's not going to be super in depth, but I just wanted to show this one off as something I picked up a while ago. Normally I don't pick these things up, but once again, clearance prices at Ollie's, and there was a discount over top of the price. It's actually marked on the box. I forget how much it was, but I want to say it was around $5.99, marked at $9.99 at Ollie's. We got this Star Wars Adventures Jackson figure. For those of you not familiar with Jackson, and yes, these are original. Now, I got the old Star Wars Marvel comics, and as you can see, there's our green rabbit friend right there. Issue number 8 and issue number 9. There he goes again. It's a figure in the old Marvel comics, so they kind of carried it over. You know, none of it was canon, and it didn't matter. But here we go. They created figures of it. So take a quick look inside the window right there, and there goes our Jackson figure. It does look like they just used other figure mold pieces and just kind of threw him together. This doesn't look like they really created much for this figure, so kind of is what it is. We'll take him out real quick and take a very quick cursory glance at him. There we go with Jackson right out of the box. Got both of his heavy blasters up in the side holsters. I'll show them off in one pose, and then we'll close this out and give final thoughts on this one. Quick though, let's take a quick look at some of the detailing in the face. Just way too stumpy in that face. That face should have been stretched out a lot more. It looks more like the Grinch than a rabbit. Here we go with Jackson in a little bit of a fighting pose. This one does have horrible balance. It took a while to be able to get him to stand. Standard posability, a 90-degree bend at the elbow, a little bit of bicep turn in the shoulders. There is a leg movement as well as the double jointed knees and the rock and pivot at the feet, and a fair amount of head movement along with that really nice diaphragm cut. Anyway, guys, this is our toy show off for today.
Yeah, you know, that's what they're saying in the chat. The first time I saw that character, I thought it was like a different design for Bucky O'Hare.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. But not bad looking when you took him out of the box. He looked pretty nice. He had him posed.
Yeah, he does look bad. I just think that they didn't add enough depth to the face, because in the original comics, it stuck out a little bit more.
Larry
that figure
created Bucky O'Hare.
Okay.
Yeah, but this guy was created in the 70s, so this stuff definitely does predate Bucky O'Hare. So
his ears reminded me of fucking Jar Jar Binks, the way his ears looked on that figure.
Yeah, like I said, it looks like they did a lot of reusing from other figures on that. I wish they would have just created some new molding stuff for it, but and it's typical Hasbro. Let's get lazy and let's reuse shit. But I mean, once again, the price I paid for that with the discounts at Ollie, because they had a sale going on for all toys. It was like 30% off or whatever, and then I had another like coupon for 10% off because we have the card for Ollie. So it was only like $5.99 or something like that, maybe around $5.99 for the figure. So yeah, normally $9.99 at Ollie's, even then a lot better than the $25 plus that they were charging in the stores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know about your Ollie's, Shifty, but mine still had a ton of those Jacksons. So
I think you're all lying about this Ollie store, and it doesn't exist.
No, it's real. I walked into one. Dude, the comic section alone, I was really impressed by. There's one in West Palm that I went to. Dude, they have trade paperbacks for like around $3.99.
Jesus.
Yeah, like $25, $30 trade paperbacks for like $3 or $4. Amazing.
Yeah, Shifty. I think I just did like a short on it. I didn't really open it up and really go into depth on it, but yeah, I did show him off a while ago. And what's going on? DJ Played Nice, and have a chance to say hello to him because we were running segments at the time. Man, good to see you, and I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I'm glad that you're here. That rabbit looks like the Nesquik rabbit on speed.
You got fentanyl, baby.
You have an Ollie's near you. It's in a space old Children's Palace used to be in. It has the castle parts of it on the outside still. That's
wow.
Cool. I love Ollie's. Ollie's and Ross are the places to go to be able to find some discounted figures. And apparently one I didn't even know about, Vinnie had told me about, Burlington Coat Factory. Because when I was a kid, Burlington Coat Factory was legit nothing but coats. There was no shirts, shoes, nothing. Nothing but
now
coats
it's almost
originally in that place.
Yeah, it's like a TJ Maxx now, which is bigger. Yeah.
They got toys in Burlington Coat Factory now?
Discounted toys.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. I
Vinnie told me that, and I was like, God damn, right there where my Target is, my Ross, and all those other stores, there's a Burlington Coat Factory there. I was like, man, the next time I have money, I'm going to go in there and clear them out.
Yeah. I want to go in. I forgot to. I was going to go in today, and I'm like, there's other shit I had to do. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, next time I go to the mall, I'll go check it out again. But, yeah, I started moving with my buddy, and, like, we walked through there. I was like, a shortcut, and I'm like, oh, shit, they got toys here. And they had a couple of those Transformers. They were like $7.99.
Yeah, and that was even cheaper than what they had them at Ross because it was that freaking Metal Hawk figure that I picked up, which was still a good deal at $15 since they were originally $35, but $7, that's insane.
Yep. Pretty impressive.
Oh, Shifty had an old school pickup this week. Got a DC Direct Dark Knight Returns Superman. He's buff as heck. And has a head that looks like Ronald Reagan with that whopping 9 points of articulation. They went all out on that one, Shifty. You should be absolutely astounded that you got that one.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
9 points, holy shit! The good old.
Good, so, you know, it's like remember the video for Land of Confusion. With the Reagan puppet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a part where he's dressed up in the Superman costume.
That's great.
Shit. Oh man, but I got another review right here. This is one that Vinnie had showed up a while ago, and I'm gonna let this video speak for itself. Once again, decent figure. I was so looking forward to, but there was a few misses on it that just kind of irritated me a little bit, unfortunately. I hate when that happens, especially when it's a figure that you've been waiting to get for a really long time, and it has some really bad misses because the company just got cheap or lazy. That shit just irritates me to all hell. But here we go. I had to break this one in 2 parts. It was a bit to unpack in this guy, but Barnes, where you at?
We are hanging out with Barnes, Barnesy, the G.I. Joe, and BattleBot Pig. Barnes getting his 9-1 as we are getting ready to take a look at the next figure from Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series. Had this one in the back. Thank you, Vinnieart, for sending this one. And we've got Buzzer from the Dreadnoks. Here we go. Had the original one when I was a kid. Loved the original 3 Dreadnoks with Buzzer, Ripper, and Torch. And here we go, finally taking a look at this Buzzer figure from the classified line. So Barnes, if you're ready, you got your voice on, and here we go with a Piggle review.
And here we go with Buzzer right out of the package in a static pose. Now we got Buzzer moving the arms. They move out. They turn all the way around 360. There goes showing off the double hinged elbow, the pivot at the wrist. Buzzer has a decent waist turn as well as very good articulation in that neck. He's got 2 points of movement in the neck, and the ponytail in the back does not hinder it at all. Now, this T-joint in the middle, very sloppy. This was lazily done. But it does go back quite a distance, and it does have a very good crunch forward on it. Buzzer does have drop-down hips, which is always helpful in posing. Does have decent knee, so double-jointed knees, and you can get him down into a really good kneeling position. They didn't skimp there. Of course, there is the pivot and the rock in the feet as well. He can do the splits, got them Van Dams going, even though they hurt a bit. And we are going to take a look at his glasses. Here is another huge fail by Hasbro. These things will not even sit on. They are all warped as shit right out of the packaging.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Yeah, I told you the same thing about those glasses. Didn't like them, but I'll give Hasbro something. When they get to the next figure in the line, like they did a way better job at how they did the shades on them.
Yeah, I agree with Shifty. Buzzer always reminded me of like an evil version of Duke. I guess it's the color shirt, and the blonde hair.
Well, yeah, I think it's supposed to be stolen from Duke, if I remember correctly, right?
They're not doing these in those sealed boxes no more, right? Every time, remember all the ones they're putting out now have the
all these things you could open them and put them back in the
clear plastic window.
Yeah. It's good. I'm glad that they have them like that.
Yeah, it's tough not to mess up. But see, that was the problem, and that's why I kind of bitched about that Jurassic Park figure set, is those stupid boxes with the little freaking paper wrapping things that they put the shit in there, and it just warps the living shit out of everything. And that's exactly what happened with those sunglasses.
Yep.
Just horrendous. Okay. Ugh.
Yeah, well, who's the other one? The one with the dark hair and the sunglasses.
Torch.
Not Torch, the other dude.
The one who looks like Village People?
No, that's
Buzzer. No, your Ripper. Ripper has the most
jackhammer. Ripper's the one.
Ripper. Yeah, Ripper. They did a better job with how they did the shades on him, and then Torch they just had it sculpted on him, that's the way to go.
What's up, Scrambles?
Hey, what up, Scrambles?
Hey, Scrambles.
Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll get into the second part, and we'll get into my final thoughts. And like I said, overall, though, the figure looks nice, and I think I get to it in the second part. But, man, some of these misses that they were making on these figures. And I know this one's a little bit of an older one, but once again, it should have never happened. I mean, the price point for a lot of these figures, even at sitting at $25, is still a fair amount of money to buy these figures. You know what I mean? It's just laziness on the part of Hasbro. But here we go with the second half of Buzzer and, of course, the final breakdown. And once again, I'd like to commend Barnes for always doing a stellar job with all the G.I. Joe reviews. That pig is a professional, unlike me.
Now, back to G.I. Joe.
And now we have Buzzer in a bit of an action pose. You can see he's got his gun and he's got a combat knife sitting in his hand. You can also see all the detailing that they got on there. So he's got the tattoo up on his arm. You can see like the hair on his forearm. He's got the watch on his wrist with the little band. A lot of detailing went into this. Even the shirt looks like he stole it from Duke with the medals and the dog tags on it. Like, there is tons of detail all the way down through the pants, the boots. Very well done. The detailing is always there, but that T-cut, ugh. We have Buzzer in a nice little action pose right here. He's got his flail and his saw mace. You can see the gun and the knife both store securely in the pouches on both legs. But look at the bend in that saw mace. That is just horrible. And it's a very soft rubber. It is absolutely so cheap. The flail doesn't look bad, but that mace is horrible. Taking a little bit more of a close-up look at the saw mace, this is just terrible. The detailing on it is really nice, though. The metallic colors and the wrapping, everything really nice. But that shit, and of course, we have out Buzzer's chainsaw. Really nice piece. I don't understand the underhanded grip, though. That just seems very odd for a chainsaw of this size. You would almost think it would be the other way, but kind of whatever on that. And we have reached the end, and it is time for our wrap-up and final thoughts on this Buzzer G.I. Joe classified figure. While this thing has a lot of points going for it in the way of aesthetics, they did a tremendous job with all the paint applications and the detailing on this thing. Where they failed, again, so often Hasbro does, is in the engineering and the finer details of the way the body moves. It's always something in the articulation, 9 times out of 10 with Hasbro. And this one fails at that T-joint cut in the middle of the body. Most of the other joints are pretty good, and of course the failure on the weapons being all warped up because of the cheap packaging that they used to use back then. I'm glad they've gone back to the clamshell type packaging, and hopefully this will stop that. But this, terrible the way that stuff happened. Now, because of that, this figure looks great, but his glasses won't sit on his face. His mace is all warped up in the handle, and that T-cut is terrible. Because of that, the best that we can give Buzzer from the Dreadnoks is a 7 out of 10. Still a really nice piece to get in your collection, but definitely not worth full price.
He never gives up, he'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe will dare. G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe.
Yeah, again, it was a stupid Foot Locker, and you couldn't see the figure in the box. Like, yeah, that setup was so shitty. And the same thing
they're not doing that now.
Yeah. I'm happy it's the window again, because all those weapons, almost all of them get warped into shit like that. Like, it was a really dumb thing to do.
I was still surprised at how weak that T-joint was. Like, you seen that thing was just slopping. Like, I just shook the figure, and the whole top of the body just shakes back and forth.
Shit.
I mean, it wasn't so bad that he would crunch over or anything like that, but it would just shake. It was just, yeah.
He had the shakes. He had withdrawal.
Yeah.
Dude from the trailer park had withdrawal.
He's detoxing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they could do the glasses better. It's just, once again, it's packing 9 times out of 10 with a lot of the weapons and accessories. That's why they get destroyed, and that's exactly what happened here. Just, maybe they'll get back to re-releasing some of these things the correct way where they're not all screwed up. Quite honestly, I think all of us that purchase this shit, and we got this crap like this, Hasbro, you should just, send us new accessories that ain't all funked up.
That's right.
We sure as hell have
Hasbro alone owes us $5,000. Never mind.
Yeah, right. We've done enough to keep them in business when they're like, God badly in the red. So
right, bastards,
sons of bitches.
And release Zartan. I'm not sorry, not Zartan. Fucking Serpentor in stores, you bastards, at a reasonable price.
Oh, cool, Shifty. I'll look at that after. Right now, my internet is horrible. I mean, obviously, you guys, you guys, if you heard the roboting, whatever, that's literally my internet company. Again, they strike again. CenturyLink, the worst internet company in the world. Guys, you make me sick.
Those fodder ice holes.
Serious, man. I want to knock down that wall, knock down that wall, knock that wall right on top of everybody in CenturyLink. Right. You fucking nice holes.
Maybe
we're gonna move into a quick toy break right here, and something that I've had for a little while and I've been meaning to show off, but I thought this thing was funny. It definitely does have a lot of drawbacks because of how cheaply it was made, but for the price that I got it, which I'll talk about, it's not horrible. But here we go. Shame Adam's not here. He probably would have enjoyed this one.
What's going on? And here we go with today's toy break. So from Hero Cross, licensed with DC, we've got Justice League and we've got Batman. So these are tiny little metal PVC with magnets on them, little tiny figures. I picked this one up at Ollie's for $3.99, so with that kind of price, you just can't beat it. But here we go. This looks pretty interesting. Let's get it out. Let's take a look at it. Let's see how well those magnetic feet work. There we go with our little mini Batman right out of the packaging. Let's see. He's got a head turn. He's got some pretty good movement here in the arms, actually, for a teeny tiny little figure. It's actually quite a bit. Pivot in the arm. Got a bend at the elbow. The even these turn a little bit. Holy crap. The hands turn and everything. That's not bad. Got a bend at the knee. Got a turn at the thigh right there. And of course, he's got movement in the legs. I know these things are silly looking, but they're kind of neat. Kind of neat. All right, let's check out those magnetics. He also comes with 2 extra hands. You can only get him to stand on this base. So with the help of a magnet clip just so he doesn't fall forward, Batman is actually holding to my fridge with those magnetic feet. It's kind of interesting, but let's get a wrap up on this real quick. So while this little $3.99 Batman is kind of cool, we've got the head tilt, got some movement in the arms and legs and everything, you cannot pop the other hands off to put those secondary ones on, because it's actually pulling that little plastic port pin part. It was literally stressing, and I couldn't take them off. For $3.99 though, it kind of is what it is. I've seen the Flash, Superman, and the Batman and Wonder Woman up in the Ollie. So if you're interested in these little mini chibi looking superhero figures, you can get them at Ollie's. Anyway guys, this was your toy break for today. And Shifty got his hot girl dancing. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I was actually surprised the magnets held on like they did. I just put them on the fridge and, just so he didn't fall forward. I just, put his hand out on the clip and he stayed there. So. Curse you, Tommy, and your insane trailers. My bad. Nah, these things are pretty cool, though. Like I said, $3.99 little minifigures. I mean, for the price it is. It really is a shame that I couldn't pop the hands off, though. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe they got too tight in there and they just wouldn't pull off. But I felt like that inside joint, that pin joint, starting to stress. And I was like, nah, I'm going to yank the old damn pin off. I'll just leave it as it is. But overall, not horrible, though. I mean, I think they're funny looking. They're kind of cool. They got some die cast in them, so
$3.99 too. That's not bad.
The only one I never really seen in stores is the Green Lantern one, and he looks pretty sharp. I would have liked to have seen that one, but like I said, I've seen Flash, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, just not the Green Lantern.
I'd like to see a Hawkman of that.
So I don't know if they're doing any more of them or not, but I'm sure at some point they'll wind up in Ollie's if they do. It doesn't look like something that would sell out quickly.
Yeah, but, I could see them next to like the Funko Pops in the stores and shit.
Yeah. It's neat though. I like the fact that they got the magnets in the feet and they got some die cast in there. That was pretty cool. So, I mean, I see something like that. Die cast, really? It's just not something you see very much of unless it's Hot Wheels and Matchbox. But decent. So I'm going to go ahead. I got one more full review here. This is a McFarlane toy. Another one that I picked up on discount at
Good old Ross. Good old Ross. Been waiting on this to do this one for a while. There's a few disappointing things in it. Once again, I'm going to let the video speaks for itself. Usually, the pigs do a good job at this. And Stripe is up on board.
Welcome back, guys, as we are hanging out with Stripe, the horror icon pig tucked away in his cemetery hole, nomming on some lettuce. Come on, Stripe, let everybody see you. What's up, Stripe? Oh, we got Stripe here, and let's check out a horror-related figure, right, Stripe? So from McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse. I got this one a while ago. Got it on super clearance discount from $34 all the way down to $9.99. Thank you, Ross. And we got Multiverse Frankenstein. Had this one sitting in the back for a while. Finally had a chance. We're going to open this up and take a look at it. Right, Stripe? Stripe, let them know what you think about this figure. Here we go, guys.
Stripe here. Here we go with Frankenstein in a static pose. Tops out at right around the 10-inch mark. Now we're going to take a look at the articulation. He does have a nice diaphragm cut in there, so he does get plenty of movement back and forth, side to side, everything that you would want. Head movement, really good as well. Got a nice ball in there. You get some good tilt, you get some good forward and back. Lots of movement in this figure. Now we check out the arms. The arms only go up that far. They do go all the way around 360, and there is a very, very tight bicep cut right there, but it can move. Well, single jointed elbow doesn't even get 90 degrees on it, unfortunately. The hands do turn, and there is a little bit of pivot in them as well. Now we're going to check out the legs. See, can he get the Van Dams? No, he cannot, but that is a pretty good stretch for such a large figure. Not bad at all. Let's check out that kick up. Not a whole lot of kick up on this figure. The diaper that's on this thing gets in the way. It definitely restricts the movement on it. So forward and back, that's as far as you're going to get. Double jointed knees, very tight. Very tight, very large figure. The joints are not sloppy on this, so that's good when you have a larger figure. But we'll go ahead and do the best we can to get these knees bent up right there. And look at that. That is a fair amount of movement in those knees for such a large figure. He does have a little bit of turn down in the feet. It's a good pivot, not so much a rock. The rock kind of swivels instead of actually turning. I don't like that. And he does have a little bit of toe manipulation in there. Overall, not bad. He also has a cut in the forearm to turn.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed before my thing was completely muted when you were showing the Batman one.
Oh, I saw you were muted. I thought you knew you.
I thought you just really hated that chibi style, and I was like, okay, Vinny hates that one.
No, I like that thing. I was gonna say I'd give you a pack of gum for it. Next time we go to Ollie's, pick me up at 3.99.
What was that thing it said next to 7 Soldiers of Victory?
I don't know anything about that version of.
I never heard of that series.
Me neither.
I know that Frankenstein's being used in that new animated shit they have on HBO.
Oh, Creature Commandos.
Yeah, no thanks.
But yeah, it said underneath where it said Frankenstein's name on the side, it said 7 Soldiers of Victory. I never heard of that series. So this Frankenstein is in that same kind of box that Swamp Thing is in, right?
Yep.
The big size Swamp Thing. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, overall, it's not bad. And, obviously I got one more part to this review, but the cloth goods, they can cost a lot more. And that's why a lot of them just don't use it. It's just, for them making more money, it's cheaper for them to use plastic.
Oh, before you get to that one, real quick, here's Shifty's Superman.
Super Reagan.
Yeah, Super Reagan. That's not bad though.
It's not. It's not.
Is it? Anybody got some jelly beans?
Well, thank you, Nancy.
It's pretty cool though. I like the packaging on it.
It's DC Direct. Yeah, it's DC Direct.
DC Direct. Yeah, I mean, like that whole upper half, like that chest area, they did awesome. That was fantastic.
Yep.
Good stuff. I like the color.
Might be the new eggs. Soul Assassin.
That's great.
But yeah, I'll go ahead and play the second part, get final breakdown on this one, and see what you guys think about this one. Let me know if you think I scored this one correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, guys, as we are hanging out with Stripe, the horror icon pig tucked away in his cemetery hole, nomming on some lettuce. Come on, Stripe, let everybody see you. What's up, Stripe? Oh, we got Stripe here, and let's check out a horror-related figure, right, Stripe?
Okay. Yeah, so the second half of that is missing.
Shit.
Don't know what happened to it, but yeah, I mean, it had a really nice detailing and everything in it, and I like the detailing on that one. I just didn't like the fact that there was a few points of articulation that were missing. So because of that, I had to take a little bit away. Like I said, the rock that they had in the feet, instead of getting like a traditional like ball rock or something, like this one is like that swivel rock, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't like that. Damn, how did I miss getting the second part of that uploaded? I thought something was missing. I wonder if maybe it failed to go through because the internet went out on me. That's more than likely what happened.
Yeah.
I thought it was up and it wasn't. You damn sons of bitches. Century League strikes again. God damn it. It's freaking hilarious. I haven't heard somebody do a Reagan impression in a long time. Straight. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think I gave this guy a 7 out of 10. I think he was decent for what he was, because I get into like all the detailing that they did in the pants and the boots. Like, there's a lot of like heavy detailing that they put into the mold of this one. The face looks really good. That you can see the scars throughout the body on this one, and really nice bright colors on the vest piece and everything. I know it's kind of like a pirate look, and even the back of the trench coat, really nice. Now, the other takeaway was on this figure, and this is why I can't remember if I gave him a 7 or a 6. The sword that he came with. So he comes with this gold and silver sword. The sword is bent in two different directions. So the blade is warped one way, and then the hilt on the handle is warped the other way.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, it's just all warped as shit. And it's the only thing he came with other than the freaking card and the little DC Direct, the mini base that they had in there. I'm like, dude, like, how do you fudge that up that bad? He did have an opening in the back of his cloak, too, so you could put the sword in. And that's why it's pissed me off that the second part didn't upload like I thought it did. But, geez, c'est la vie. Nothing I could do about it now. Because there's no way I could try to upload that shit now and get it before we want to get to bed.
Next week, you mean?
Yeah.
Wait, how long it takes to upload? Jeez.
It does. It takes anywhere from like a 3-minute segment. It'll take me anywhere from a half hour to 45 minutes to upload that shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, that was like a big takeaway. The sword, like, I just couldn't believe it. And the detailing in the sword was really nice with the gold and the silver, like metallic silver on the blade. It was really nice. There was a little bit like almost like looked like etch work in the middle of the blade. Really nice, but the warpage was absolutely ridiculous on it. It was just horrible. And like I said, it's a shame. A lot of the detailing, like even that barely 90-degree bend in the elbow with that single joint, even that I could forgive. But yeah, like that warpage on the sword and shit like that, and like that miss at the rock and the feet, just like, nah.
It's especially weak since it's his only fucking accessory. You know?
Yeah, it's only accessory, yeah. Other than this stupid card that they put in there, which is really like a throwaway. But Overall, though, I mean, I still would say, you know, especially for $9.99, if you find that still, I would definitely pick it up. Now, I know my Ross sold out of those. Like, I found them like right before Christmas for $9.99, and they were stacked with them. The last time I went in Ross, those things were all gone because I forget what the price was on those. What are they like? Normally, almost like 40 some odd dollars, I think, for those.
The bigger ones, right? The bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 35 to 40. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So for $9.99, that's a steal, and it's still worth it even with the issues. But full price, hell no, not for full price. Hopefully your area gets fiber. Yeah, they've been promised me fiber with CenturyLink for over 2+ years, and they still haven't done it. Hell, they can't even get the shit that I have now working correctly, and it's been 9 years. Well, 8+ years. We're going on 9 years now. And it just degrades every single year because they can't do anything right. CenturyLink has got to be by far the worst internet company I've ever had the misfortune of dealing with.
Yeah, it's more like high fiber.
Get so much more done.
It's more like high fiber because it's so full of shit.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. People just don't even know the freaking suffering to go through trying to upload a few things. Giving a guinea pig fiber. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. I hope it works. But yeah. So I got another one here for us. I'm not quite done yet. I got an old school. Well, I got an old school Toy Time, and I got something that some older figures right here. I know Slasher was mentioning these earlier, man.
Yeah, I was going to.
Go by all means. Go ahead, then. Go ahead. Yeah, I got two things left.
Again, it's a shame Adam's not here because it's all the stuff he's been collecting. Apparently, these are the new ones that are, I guess, dropping, and some people are getting them early. Oh
shit!
Yeah, Scarecrow from the Dark Knight or the Batman Begins movie. We have Batman Begins. They have the original costume, although the head I think is still from Dark Knight. I don't know. McFarlane did something weird here, but yeah, this is pretty much
McFarlane do something weird. Tell me more.
Right? And yes, they released another Keaton. This is from the 92 film Return, and he does have. So you see these things in the package, these long pieces. They go inside of the cape, and it makes it look like he does like that flying, the gliding thing off the rooftop. And they got that.
That's cool.
NECA did that with their Batman figure. But yeah, I want to get my hands on this because I don't have an '89 Keaton, and I want it. But and yes, they did the demon version as well. It's the gold.
Oh, the hallucination, the fear toxin shit.
Yep. So that's pretty cool that they're actually doing those. But yeah, I guess they're going to be dropping soon. You never know what McFarlane is. Like some places get them right away. Other places you're not going to see them for like 6 months. And then yeah, stuff like this is going to fly off the shelves. These are all. These are going to bank them so much money. It's retarded. But yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Once again, there was a few Batman things. Adam, where you at? Where you at?
Right? Come on.
He's buried in snow.
Right? He probably is.
Probably.
Oh, maybe that's
out in a snowbank somewhere.
Well, yeah, maybe the storms are screwing up his internet.
It's a good possibility. I mean, it's killing me right tonight. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's been shit like half the day.
Yep. Oh, I talked to him like 2 nights ago on the phone, and his phone was cutting out too. Like everything was like shit.
Well, like I was saying earlier, like when we were talking, I was having the same problem just trying to watch Pacific 414 streams, gaming stream. Like even my phone data, it was like blanking. It was freeze framing. It was it was horrible, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a tax. They hate guinea pigs.
Right?
Yeah, that wave is so weird. Some Targets have those now, but pre-orders go up tomorrow for them. I was going to get Keaton and Bale, but the lack of solid necks are too noticeable for me.
Yeah, I still want to get a Keaton, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't do the pre-order stuff. It's just if I see them in stores. because I had so many issues with stuff.
It's a waste of time to get pre-orders half the time, because you wind up pre-ordering that shit. It don't come in right away. You go out to the store and find it. It's like, what the hell did I pre-order it for? I mean,
yeah,
I'm not really getting it any cheaper 90% of the time on a pre-order, so just better off waiting to find it in a store. And if I don't find it, it wasn't meant to be, I guess.
Yeah, I've kind of that's
the way I've been looking at it.
Yep. Because again, there's a few things like, okay, I ordered them, and then I had like multiple issues, and at least luckily I got my refunds. But yeah, there's like I had 2 major issues with figures. I'm like, you sons of bitches. I think the last one, either a neighbor stole it or the postman dropped it off at someone else's door, and they decided to keep it.
Those cocksuckers.
Right? I was very angry. But at least I got my refund.
Yeah, that's what he was just talking about, Soul Assassin.
Yeah.
Wasn't he?
What's that?
Wasn't that the one you were talking about, the Nightmare?
Yeah, I just showed that. So they look good.
$5 pre-order at GameStop, and you save on shipping. Huh.
Yeah, you know what?
Never even considered that.
I have done that. I have done that at GameStop. Yeah, if you have a local one, yeah, that way you just walk into the store. He's right about that.
Very nice. But Slasher, this one was for you. I haven't forgotten. You asked a while about it, so this old school toy time is for you, buddy.
Thank you.
And guys, here it is. I know you've been waiting for this. It's old school toy time. And as you see what we got right here, we got the old Marvel Superheroes collector case. Holds 12 figures. Yes, this is my original one that I've had since like forever. But here we go with that. Try to turn it around without flipping everything on the inside out. Go with the shots on the back and on the side with cap. And then what do we have in this thing? Oh yeah, we got a few of these Venoms, which I've showed a few of these off. So you got the Venom that had the powder stuff right here, still sealed. You'd spit it out, I think you'd mix it with water. Of course, we got the other Venom that comes with the sound box. Surprisingly, the original batteries, they still work. What's up? Yeah, there it is. Of course, we have the other Venom right here with the flicking tongue action, which I showed off with a bunch of Spider-Man. And then his symbiote capture chest piece. Got a couple different Punishers here. One that came with a sound box, which this sound box is... it's pretty bad. Batteries need to be replaced in that. He came with a few different weapons right there. It wasn't nothing superposable or anything. I did pretty simple Toy Biz figures. The other Punisher, same thing basically. The face is a little bit different. I think they got the face better on this one. Like this one just doesn't look as good. It looks kind of weak. But there was a cap version as well. But this one actually, yeah, rat-a-tat-a-tat sound. So there we go with that. That's the top end of the case. And then the bottom, we got the Green Goblin. Still looking really good. Got his glider right here for him. And he came with the pumpkin. So he had the spring back hand. Kind of tossed the pumpkin. And then, of course, we have the Silver Surfer. This thing is in excellent shape. I'm actually surprised so much of the paint on this is in perfect condition, along with the board. The board and him, they will still roll too, surprisingly, if I can get him in there, because the feet seem a little bit off. Now, there it goes. Give it a good pull back. And there he goes. Guys, hope you enjoyed this old school toy time with Marvel Toy Biz figures. So a quick addendum right here for all these figures. They are marked 1990 through 92, and the Venom right here with the flicking tongue being the only 92. The rest of them are 1990 and 91.
You know they got shit for that Venom voice box. Toy Biz, yes.
Oh, because the die.
No, because of the two things die Spider-Man and I want to eat your brain. That put.
Yeah.
Remember when the angry church moms were the ones who were complaining about everything?
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of their targets.
The OG Karens.
Yep.
Yeah.
The original cancel culture vultures.
Yep.
Didn't the original OG Karens become the little meep guys from the Max?
Yeah, I think so.
Meep. The Izzes, the little black Izzes.
Yeah, those look like they're in awesome shape, and those are ones you had from back in the day too. Yeah, took damn good care of
man,
them.
those are all my originals. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Like especially the Silver Surfer, because I was
I
looking
know.
just to see what other people had on eBay. Man, half the paint on all the ones I've seen on eBay is gone on there. They didn't look nowhere near like the one I have. And the joints are all super tight on that Silver Surfer.
I have no idea what I was going for because I still have my Silver Surfer figure, but I don't know. I painted him a bunch of different colors. I don't know why. But there's like green and black marker splotches all over him.
Oh man!
I'm sure I could clean them up, but I don't have the surfboard anymore.
Yeah, I remember the
PMRC. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Tip Gore and those fucks.
I remember the Cyclops because we always used to make fun of that shit because the sound box it was
Optic Blast Fire.
Let's go X-Men.
Yeah, I was telling Tommy this the other day. Me and my friend, we used to go into the toy store. And we wouldn't even buy the toy. We would just press the voice box over and over again, standing in the aisle. My friend was pressing the Hulk one over and again. Hulk get mad. Hulk get strong. Roar. Roar. He just kept doing that over and over again.
You know what I would do to irritate the wife? So we'd go out to Target or something. You know when you get those figures that got like the moving sounds and the arms move and everything and they rock back and forth or something like that. I'll be the asshole walking with her and I'll stop and I'll hit like every single one that I can so they're all just going off and she's like rolling her eyes like Jesus Christ. Soul Assassin, some people place their valuables in vaults to keep them safe. Civilians place their relics in museums. All amateurs. Just give Tommy a few dollars and he'll toss your shit in a box and they'll survive.
The thing is, you got to pay Tommy extra to remember where the hell he put it.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it's like freaking Raiders of the Lost Ark, like that freaking
It is.
The big government warehouse.
Oh my god.
Same goes for Silverhawks, the chrome paint would always chip. Yeah.
Yeah, that Silver Surfer figure. Did you ever see the later version they did? It was the same design, but they chromed them out instead of just the silver paint.
They chromed them. Yep.
Yeah, it was the same design though.
Okay.
That's all Assassin. You were destructive.
Yeah, I was a destructive kid. The Venom figure. I was telling Tommy this yesterday over the phone when we were talking. For some reason, all right, my friend gave me that Venom figure, and it was back before I really decided to take care of my belongings. So for some reason, I Hans Grubered that Venom figure out the window in my kitchen. I don't know why I did that, but he didn't make it back upstairs in complete shape.
Yeah,
is he going
to make it, Bob? He's not going to make it, Bob. He's not going to make it. What's going on, Ancient One? The Ancient One's in the house. What's up, buddy? Appreciate
What's
that.
up?
Dropping links and everything for everybody. Always appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay. What's this? Tommy, you need to create a clip of Indy using the Stafford rod to find a toy box. That is not a bad idea.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Holy shit.
Indy. That chunky little sucker. But I got one more thing on the slate here, and then we'll have open talks before we wind up coming to the end and closing it out, or moving on in the 2.5 hour mark already.
Yeah, Tommy.
And I lost the clip too.
I gotta bounce right now because I got a couple things I gotta take care of. And
okay, man. You want
to be streaming a game later?
Go ahead. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be streaming a game later. I'm gonna be playing Road Rash 2 for Genesis. Maybe I'll do another game on Friday. And then Saturday, we're going to be watching and having a discussion about Band of the Hand from 1986. So, yeah, that's what I got lined up. And, yeah, thank you guys for letting me chill.
Hell yeah, dude.
Forget my worries for at least a little bit.
Yeah, man. Glad you had fun.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, hell yeah.
man.
You have a good one.
Yeah, have a great night.
Later, guys. Later, chat.
Later.
Peace, everybody.
And right quick before I get to the last one, got a fake super chat over here from Ancient One. Thank you, buddy. Class size pack premium guinea pig treats for Tommy the guinea pig, his wife, and the guinea pig pup, so they can week out of complete happiness. I appreciate it. Maybe one day, if YouTube will leave me the hell alone, I'll be able to get real super chats. Hey, I'm dreaming. But yeah, go ahead. I'm going to play this last one. This another new segment. Talking about the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and the original Raiders, and well, even the last one, well, the fourth one, I should say. No, the third one. The third one. I didn't watch the last one. So the third one with the big warehouse. This is a little bit of the mess that I have to deal with. This segment is called Toy Collecting.
We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Any questions?
Oh, it was beautiful. I could hardly wait to try it out.
It was deemed not a video game, but an 8-bit entertainment system.
Keep your hands up, protect yourself at all times.
Wall space is at a very, very, very high premium up in this room right here. This room is just jumbled together with all kinds of toys. I talk about it every once in a while, like how many toys that I've got sitting in this room filled with all these crates and everything. It gets pretty jam-packed with stuff, but we do get a few things out. I love those Origin Turtles, and they had to be set up, but there's so many things I wish I could put up on these walls and display that I just can't. But the few that I can, I always enjoy coming in this room when I go to pick out a new figure to be able to review and bring it to you guys, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. Even the ones that are kind of crappy, it's still fun to sit there and review some of these things. The life of a toy collector never gets old. Guys, hope you have a good one.
That was great. That gave me anxiety.
I know, looking at that. Yeah, I got to be careful sometimes. A wrong move and things will fall everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. I told you one day we're gonna see that Tommy was on the news. He's a local Florida man. He gets buried under action figures. Wife doesn't find his body for 3 weeks. Always DTF. What's up, man? He goes, yeah, real super chat. I forgot they look like this, right? And damn, yeah, that's a stacked room. Yeah, dude, thank you so much for the 5. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's man. I got so much shit laying around too, but then I looked at your room and I'm like, oh my god.
You know what the worst of it is?
What's that?
That's not even everything, because there's a closet in that room that's got a bunch of shit jammed in there, and I still have some crates out in the garage that I can't bring into the room filled with toys.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Well, for 5, I'm trying to see what I guess we could do a drive-by. It was no, not a drive-by.
God, that's what I was meant to get to today too. I was going to get to the super chat bumper, and then I kind of started having problems with the internet.
Yeah, we'll play a Transformers one for you.
Hey, Prime, what do you think Megatron's gonna do to Starscream?
Nothing gentle, I would say.
I'm so happy I found that one. That makes me laugh every time. Oh, shit. But thank you, always ETF. Nice, man.
Appreciate it, man. I'm
Hell
glad
yeah.
that you can make it on. DJ, glad that you
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, some of the Star Trek. I have a few of the old Migos too,
Uh-huh.
and a few of the the old PVCs and stuff like that. I'd love one day to have enough to put a expansion onto my house, but I know that's a long way off. I'm going to need some miracles with my lawyers and these people that I'm suing, but maybe one day I'll have an expansion and I'll actually have a collector's room. Well, it'll be collectors and guinea pigs because guinea pigs are going to go in that room too. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a big area to be able to put all that stuff together. Like finally get all the Star Trek stuff together, or all the Masters of the Universe stuff together, all the Transformers, which I definitely want all my Transformers up on the wall, the G1s to all the newer stuff, just like everywhere. That's going to take up a whole freaking wall. Like if I have a 15-foot long wall, I don't know if I'll be able to put all the Transformers up because I have that many of them. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, dude. I'm the same with you, man. I have maybe like what 10 or 15 less than you out of the newer waves because I you and I were both getting them, but you got even more than me. But I'm not that far behind you, So I know they take up a lot of space.
Yeah, Shifty. I don't even have shelves. I just have a few bins and a pile up to my thigh in the closet. I need to finish our basement and make a toy room man cave. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's crazy. You should open a store or something. Well, I do stuff on my eBay store. Matter of fact, I got to put a few more things up for sale because, as we all know, money is tight. So
I know
there's a few things that I've got to sell off. I'm trying to keep away from my personal collection now.
Yep, I know, dude. It's like pretty much what, like 30 to 35 years worth of like straight collecting. For me, it's like kind of on and off. 25 to 30 years. It's like once I started working and shit. But and with the amount of cool shit that they ended up putting out and like these versions of characters and toys that we might not have anymore, and now we're seeing them, super articulated, awesome sculpting job, awesome paints. It's like, how do you not get them?
Right?
It's crazy.
Chaos. The only other person on the panel with us today was Slasher. Nobody else was able to make it today, so Slasher had to go. He's got stuff that he's got to deal with. So, Soul Assassin. Some say Tommy's storehouse has safe routes to walk where there's little chance the toy collapse. Always remember, you sign the waiver. It's your problem if you get buried.
Right? Oh shit. Yeah, that's what you're saying too. It's a shame that Adam couldn't come on, but yeah, we think he might be having computer problems. We know Trina wasn't feeling well, but that's why
or weather problems too. I mean,
yeah, that's right.
I mean, Adam's been talking about all the snow.
Yep.
When the day finally comes when people get to see Tommy the guinea pig come out of his robotic human body, among with Vinnie and a couple others, will be the day people will finally realize why the cute fuzzy guinea pigs have been gathering in this crazed mini room where they have been planning all these crazy things all along. Right? Scrambles. I have 80 some guitar pedals. Some were cheaper than 50. Some were more than 200. Yeah, it's another thing gets expensive. I had to sell off a bunch of my extra instruments. I had no room for them anymore.
It's wild.
I always blame Disney.
I saw something pretty cool. Let me show this. There's a John Constantine statue. Look at how awesome this thing looks.
Wow.
Dude, that's pretty sick. Look at that bass. Dude, I'm impressed, man. Like, see, it's the artistry too that goes into these things. Like, obviously, I can't, I'm not getting this stuff, but I could appreciate these for sure, man. Photos of these things.
But there's a lot of those statues I think are really cool. I mean, statues just aren't my thing. They never have been. I mean, it's very rarely do I get anything that's like a statue, but they do look amazing. The detailing and the work and the time that that these people put into them.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Dude, 21 inches. Shit. That's what I mean too, and it's the size of them. Like these things are huge. I know my cousin used to collect these things back in the day, but I'm pretty sure he sold most of them.
What's even crazier is you get the ones that are feet tall. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm talking like 5-6 feet or bigger.
I know. I have one statue that I got because it was a $1,500 statue that I got for like $250 or $300, something like that. And it was the Assassin's Creed one, which again is just like an awesome Roman soldier basically on this giant Medusa head. But I got that a couple of years back, and I had like those Ubisoft points and shit that turned into cash, and that's how I did it. I'm like, I'm telling you, it's gorgeous, but at the same time, it's like I can't get these. You know, they're way too big, way too big. And if I run into any stores that are willing to buy the damn thing, oh yeah, I'd be happy to sell that as well. Because I don't have space, I don't have room, and I need to do. It's crazy.
Yeah, space. I need more space.
Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty sick. Really good shit, man. I love when they do like the translucent stuff. Yeah, pretty neat. But here you go.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, other crazy news. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 worldwide box office. Wow, not bad.
Holy shit. Dude, it's crushing it.
Yeah, good for them,
It's
man.
amazing. Yeah.
Like
when
I said,
they
my
give-
daughter's seen it and she was impressed.
Nice. Well, that's it. When they give the fans what they wanted, you know, the fans are going to come out and support it. That's how that works. Listen to that, Marvel. Listen to that, DC, you bastards.
Yeah, pay attention. Pay attention. It's all out there for the taking. All you got to do is go out there and grab it. The Warriors, 1979. But yeah, I think we have reached the end. And God damn, I thought it was a fun one. I had a blast. Sorry about the second part of the Frankenstein review. I really thought it was uploaded. CenturyLink.
Well, if you still
And
got it,
this is why I started early, man. This is why I started, like, I was uploading for a few days, hoping that I wouldn't run into that problem. Still did anyway.
I know.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, it's wild.
But, Vinnie, absolutely, man. I guess it is time for you to take the floor and let everybody know what's going on.
Not okay!
Come hang out tomorrow, 5 p.m. We're going to talk about some crazy stuff that's going on. Elon and Trump have been destroying the globalists, and we're going to cover more of that because it's been a hoot. So yeah, we'll get into that. Sunday, we are going to be continuing, or actually starting up season 2 of Primal. So yeah, we're been doing a watch party on those, and they've been an absolute blast. Love watching those again. But yeah, really good stuff. I got a bunch of cool comic books and things that you guys could get, and also I've been doing more original artwork. Again, since I did the convention the other week, I do have a few pieces that are for sale. So if you guys are looking for them, hold on, I'll pull it up right here. I have the Spawn piece. If you guys have not seen that, this is for sale right now. If anybody wants it, but yeah, this is again. I don't draw a Spawn that often, but when I do, I make sure he's going to look damn good. Yeah, so there you go. That's on backer board, Silver Age backer board, and it is for sale. So if you're looking for it, just hit me up, DM me, let me know. But yeah, I hand drew this one over at the convention and started the inks on it. Finished it up the other day. So there you go. Beautiful piece right there. Gorgeous.
Awesome work as always, buddy.
Thanks, man. Like I said, I got a few originals I'm doing or in the process of. I got a really cool Spider-Man as well. If you guys are looking for that. And just because I showed the inks, I might as well show the pencil one because I know Tommy gets a kick out of the McFarlane impersonation. So here you are. For those who missed it, here are the pencils of that piece.
Hey everybody, this is Tom McFarlane. I got a book called Spawn. I'm Megatron in the state of Florida. I hang out with my buddy Vinnie. Yeah, I did this awesome Spawn drawing. So come on down and buy it. No, I'm just kidding. This is Vinnie. Hey everybody.
Tonatad, everybody.
Tonatad, everybody. So there you go.
Yeah, buy Vinnie's books or get your toes nibbled on.
Right? That's it.
Everybody's saying their goodbyes, and yeah, I just want to say thank you to every single person that's been hanging out with us tonight. And once again, could have spent your time anywhere, chose to spend it here with us, and it is greatly appreciated. You guys are the reason that we get to have so much fun doing this, because your interactions are absolutely hilarious. I read every single comment on every one of these live streams, and I try, as Trina so often points out, I try to bring up every single damn comment on the stream, because I appreciate what you guys are doing when you're taking your time to actually even bother to type in and let us know what your thoughts are, or even if you're sharing thoughts with somebody else in the chat or just conversation, man. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you all for all this stuff that you always do. It really does mean a lot. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
But
thank you. We had like close to 50 people tonight between all the. I'm streaming on my channel, on Twitter, on Tommy's, on YouTube. So yeah, thank you everyone who were watching, and the ones who are just lurking or working and listening and whatever, man. Like, yeah, you guys and girls are awesome. Thank you for the support.
No, I hope you had a good time. I hope you had as good of a time as we did doing it, as we always do, because it's always a blast.
Oh yeah.
And until next time, I don't know. Hopefully I should be doing a Tuesday Cage Talks. I was actually talking with Chaos about getting Chaos back on for a return talk. So hopefully I'll be able to try to set that up for Tuesday.
That'd be cool.
Beyond that, like Vinnie said, stop by Friday, stop by Sunday for Primal. And yeah, Slasher says he's playing a game tonight. So if you have a chance, stop by Slasher's channel. Guys, if you ain't subscribed to everybody's channels, just help out. It means a lot to a lot of us creators to let that people know that it means something to the work that they're putting out there, because most of us are doing this for nothing. We're doing this to have a good time, and we're doing this to be able to reach out to people and have a good time with them as well. And hopefully they share in some of the amusement we do on some of these really great figures or these god awful freaking abominations that we wind up buying and reviewing it. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, be safe, and we'll catch you next time. Later, y'all.
Peace.
You better run, Mojito.
What? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run. Adios, amigo.